She is escorted by Lynn Atkins and Bill Atkins. She participated in 4 years of cheerleading, and she plans on attending Morehead State University, concentrating on radiology, and plans to try out for their all-girl cheerleading team. Miss Riley Atkins. Next is Miss Kia Booth. He is escorted by James Booth and Kelly Sarka. Kia plans to attend Clemson University, concentrating in radiology, and try out for their all-girl cheerleading team. Miss Kia Booth. Next cheerleader, Alexis Emerson. Alexis is escorted by Emma Mannon, Alan Mannon, and Robbie Emerson. She's participated for 2 years and plans on attending Marshall University with an undecided career path. Alexis Emerson. Our next cheerleader, Alyssa Howard. Alyssa is escorted by Jennifer Howard, Bill Howard, and Kaden Howard. She's participated for 3 years and plans on attending Marshall, studying nursing. Alyssa Howard. Next we have Miss Emma Ward. Emma, the cheerleader, is escorted by mother Devin Gibson, stepfather Wes Gibson, brother Garrett Gibson, and father Willie Ward. She's participated in 4 years of cheerleading and plans to attend Shawnee State University studying dental hygienist. Miss Emma Ward. Bailey White. Bailey has cheered for 3 years. She's escorted by Vanessa and Ryan White, Bryden White, and Aiden White. She plans on attending Marshall University studying nursing.
Texting mom and dad, see if they can't see two.
Bailey White.
See if they can't watch 2 or 3, see which one's blue. Mom and dad. I say it is.
And now for the football players. Leading off will be Emma Marshall. Emma participated in 2 years of football. She's escorted by Eddie Marshall, Renee Marshall, Allie Marshall, and Katie Mills. Her college of choice is undecided. She wants to be a pediatric nurse practitioner. Emma Marshall. Jordan Williams. Jordan has played 4 years of football and is escorted by Lainey Adams, Robin Williams, Khalil Studervant, and Tanisha Studervant. His college is undecided. He wants to play college football and get a degree in business and become an accountant. Jordan Williams. Gavin Hunt. played 4 years of football and is escorted by Chris and Jen Hunt.
Oh, well. All right. Okay.
Gavin plans on attending Morehead State or Marshall, majoring in career therapist or an athletic trainer.
I know, I didn't get them all. I have no idea. No idea. Should've been told.
Gavin Hunt.
Yeah, I got picked up the numbers. No, I couldn't. I didn't have time.
Next up, we have Max Ward. Max played 3 years of football and escorted by Matt Ward, Carol Ward, Sam Ward, and Chloe Ward.
No.
Max plans to go to Ohio State University and attend law school. Max Ward.
Thank you. Lovely.
Next, we have Josiah Wyrick. Josiah is escorted by Todd Wyrick, Melinda Wyrick, and Lauren Wyrick. Josiah currently attends Collins Career Center and plans to follow a path of carpentry or building maintenance. Josiah Wyrick. And last on the list, Logan Hamlin. Logan played 4 years of football and escorted by Tim Hamlin and Michelle Jones and Danielle Hamlin. His college choice is undecided and he plans to major in sports and fitness administration. Logan Hamlin. One more time, let's give a round of applause for our 2020 senior class.
I'm here with Adam Alt. Obviously, just like everybody else is excited to be watching football, we're excited to be here and witness it live. It's been a long time coming. It's been since March since we've been able to actually get out and watch some games. So
yeah, definitely this was the season that wasn't going to happen, and then it was, and then Chesapeake there for a while. It wasn't going to happen, but now it is, and I think everybody in the community is really happy to see sports back, even though it's at a limited capacity. I think everybody here is really excited to watch some football.
Yeah, I think even Mother Nature is going to maybe cooperate tonight too. I know all week they talked about what kind of rain we're going to get tonight and whatnot, and maybe just maybe cross our fingers that we're going to actually get to see a full football game tonight, and everybody's going to stay dry and be excited. It looks like the fans are doing their due diligence of keeping their social distance, and Chesapeake side looks like it's trying to fill up as well. So we're looking for a good match tonight, Coach.
We really need to give out a shout out to Jeff Gorby and Missy Gorby, the two ADs here, and really all the ADs in Ohio. I can tell you they've worked tirelessly to make athletics happen, and restrictions keep coming in and new guidelines and things, and making tonight happen took a lot to get it done. So we really need to be thankful for the ADs that we have in our area and everything they did to make this happen.
Yeah, absolutely. If you guys watched it a little bit earlier, about 10-15 minutes earlier, you noticed that we did senior night here. Fairland did senior night here on the field. I think that's going to be commonplace throughout Ohio, that schools are going to do senior night on their first home game, which I think is smart. Everybody's trying to make sure we take care of these kids. We already don't know what's going to happen. So good move by the athletic departments to make sure we recognize these kids that have been doing this for so long, and hopefully we don't just watch 1 week or 2 weeks of football. We get to watch a whole season, and everybody gets to enjoy themselves.
Absolutely, that's the goal. And when you go out to a sporting event, whether or not you agree or disagree with the guidelines, we should all follow them. That way these kids get a chance and an opportunity to play this game, and there's nothing that's going to stop that.
Yeah, exactly. Let's talk a little bit about the matchup tonight. Obviously, Fairland Chesapeake, biggest rivalry in Southern Ohio, in my opinion. I think we got a good one tonight, Coach.
Yeah, not only does all the COVID and the guidelines make this a unique season, this is unique that here we go, week one, you're playing your big rival right out of the gate. You got to be ready to go. I'm sure emotions are high on both sidelines. I'm sure emotions are high for a lot of different reasons, but here you are. You got green and purple out here. We've seen it so many times, and hopefully we get a good game tonight.
Exactly. I think I'd like to start maybe just by talking about the players a little bit. I know that, in the research I did and the things I've watched in the past, both backfields are really, really new. I mean, we have experienced signal callers, but the guys they're going to be handing the football off to are relatively newbies.
Yeah, Fairland lost Michael Stitt from last year, who really, if you watched Michael, he was an electric player. The thing that I really probably admired the most about the way Michael played, he was hard to hit. In 4 years, I saw him maybe get lit up once or twice. I mean, Michael was really shifty, make you miss, and if you missed once or twice, he was quick enough to take it to the house.
Yeah, exactly. Chesapeake lost two I think 1,000-yard backs in the Harless kid and Will Todd, both super good runners. So obviously they've got some guys that are inexperienced. They're going to be handing the ball to. But on the other hand, the guy that they're going to be imagine that. I say something about weather, and then 2 minutes later, lightning strike. Anyway, the guy that's going to be handing them the football is very experienced, one of the most explosive guys in the conference in Mr. Donald Richendaler, number 14.
Absolutely. Chesapeake's going to have their best player with the ball in his hands every play because it's going to go straight from the center to him. Talking to Coach Cunningham this week, he said that actually he felt like the scariest thing about him was busted plays, or him just deciding to take the ball and go. You get out of position, maybe you're deep in coverage. He sees the lane and he just takes off, and he felt like, that was the most dangerous thing about him, that he could turn something and take nothing and turn it into something spectacular.
Exactly. I watched some film from last year, some of their scoring plays, and you're right. It's when the play broke down, when things didn't necessarily go right, and Donald could make something out of nothing and really turn what looked like a negative play into really positive yardage or even a touchdown. I know that's got to be, to me, the most scary thing about maybe the whole Chesapeake offense is his ability to, when things break down, he can make it happen. On the other side of the field, I think that Fairland's most dynamic playmaker would be number 7, Gavin Hunt.
Absolutely. The difference is you got to get him the ball out in space. I know last week in the scrimmage against Oak Hill, I guess they were really successful with that, and he made a lot of big plays. Look for Chesapeake to really key on him and try to keep the ball out of his hands. That's the big difference between these two players. You're not going to be able to keep the ball out of Richendaler's hands. He's going to touch it every play. Can Chesapeake keep the ball out of Gavin's hands?
What do you do, Coach? I mean, in your opinion, are you spying Richendaler? Are you just you're telling your ends, you can't get up, you can't get inside, you can't let him outside, you got to keep your outside arm free. What are you what's your thing there? What are you thinking?
Well, with it being the first game of the season, it's hard to say what their backfield is going to look like, what their wideouts look like. But I think you start the game really keying on him, really containing him. You're probably not going to keep him from getting 5-6 yards, sometimes. But if you can just really contain, don't try to get upfield on him too quick. I've watched him many times in track in the 400. He can create some space. He's a good athlete. He's very, very fast. So I think you definitely tell your ends to contain, and I do think you put a spy on him.
Okay. Let's talk about the head coach matchup a little bit. We got Coach Cunningham versus Coach Nip at Chesapeake. I've had the pleasure of knowing Coach Nip almost my whole high school coaching career, whether it be track or girls basketball. Todd spent most of his time at Rock Hill, but he's been at Chesapeake the last couple years, and just a phenomenal guy. when I first started coaching track, I was 23 years old. I was a head coach, and of course, when you're young and you just think you know everything, and Todd didn't necessarily have a reason to be nice to me, but he did everything he possibly could to help me, and always indebted to him. We've had an opportunity to coach against Todd in basketball. Got to watch his teams year in and year out, and there's no question that they're going to be prepared for tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. The thing about both of these coaches that I really take away, being a teacher here at Fairland and being really active in my church at Chesapeake, when I talk to people and I talk to kids, these are players, coaches. The players love these guys. These coaches build good relationships with these athletes, and these players play extremely hard for both of these coaches. They're both really good individuals. They build really good, strong relationships with their athletes, and these kids are going to play extremely hard for both of these guys.
Absolutely. Melvin's done a remarkable job here, Coach Cunningham here at Fairland. Come in, I think maybe what was first year 0-10.
0-10, yes.
0-10. We went to all those games, and they were pretty rough to say the least. And I think we've been highly competitive to say the least in the last ever since then. He's turned it around.
He was the first team in the county in umpteen years to beat Ironton. He made it to the playoffs a couple years ago. He's done a lot here as far as things to be proud of. I know that 0-10 season's something that maybe he would like to get off of his resume, but since then he's done a lot of remarkable things.
Absolutely. I've just been super impressed by him and the energy he's brought to the program. And the cool thing about it is I think you really see kids that have improved in his program, like kids that come to him, and obviously they're not as big and strong as know as much about football as freshmen as what you would expect for them to know as they get older. But he really has instilled a higher IQ in these players. Obviously they're going from boys to men, and he's really done a great job just in the weight room and all those types of aspects.
Well, I think that's been the biggest difference is the weight room difference. Before Coach Cunningham, we had a lot of turnover. I think we had 5 coaches in 5 years, and it's hard to build a program like that when you have a kid their freshman year running one type of offense, one type of defense, and every year after that they're changing. They don't get to grow in that offense. They don't get to grow in that defense, and just the stability that Coach Cunningham's brought to this program by staying here and being committed and getting these kids in the weight room and building those relationships has really just turned this program around.
Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree. We'll be back here. We're going to check out here for a couple minutes. Looks like we have some rain coming. We'll check out here for a couple minutes. We'll be back just before game time to get everybody ready to roll. Thanks for watching. A few minutes ago, I made the proclamation that we are going to have a really nice weather night, and at 7:50, we're going to try to play again. So, looks like we've got about 5 minutes, 4:52 and counting on the clock. So we're hoping to get the players back on the field here and get it rolling.
Well, Coach, we never really made our predictions earlier. So what do you think about tonight's game, tonight's matchup? I know it's hard because it's the first game of the season and we've not really seen them, but what's your predictions?
I've got I've got kind of like a foot in both places now, I guess. I'm a Fairland guy, obviously, but my daughter, opened up a dance studio in Chesapeake, Studio 301, so I've got some stuff going on down in Chesapeake now too. But being a Fairland guy, seeing the experience they have back at most of the skill positions, I'm going to go with Fairland. I think maybe the rainy conditions helps Chesapeake just a little bit, but I'm going to go with Fairland. I mean, I know that I'm a Fairland guy, but I gotta stay with the home team. I think that I think they may just have a little more tonight. What you got?
Well, rivalry games are always hard. People are always passionate. They're always ready to go. They're always ready to roll. I think that home field advantage is going to be the tipping point. I'm going to go Fairland. We're at home. It's a crazy season. So just that little sense of normalcy that Fairland's going to get tonight playing on their own field, I think is going to be the advantage. And I'm going to say Fairland by 10.
Fairland by 10, okay. I don't know that I can put a score on it. I really don't know. I don't know what to think about, how the field's going to play. I don't know what to think about what's going to happen as far as the weather goes. I really don't want to put a score on it. I just think that I think there's going to be quite a few points scored. I really do. And I think Fairland will come out on top in the end. But it won't shock me if Chesapeake does. It won't shock me just because I think maybe they potentially have the most skilled guy on the field. And when you have the best player, and Richendaler might be the best player.
Yeah,
when you have the best player,
he might be.
You might win. So I wouldn't be shocked if Chesapeake doesn't pull it out. But I think Chesapeake will.
Also, maybe another advantage for Chesapeake, maybe like we talked about earlier, is the backfield situation. I think Fairland's backfield is going to reload, but it's going to be a very different style backfield. J.D. Brumfield's more of a bruiser. I don't know how that tempo game's going to work with J.D. back there. That might be something the coaching staff has to figure out early, and that could be an advantage for Chesapeake. Maybe they get out and they kind of jump on the scoreboard early. Maybe it's not going to be an advantage. Maybe just up front, J.D.'s going to overpower them. We'll have to see early. We'll have to see the coaching adjustments that go on throughout the game, because both these guys have very limited film on the other team, maybe a scrimmage. So game plans might not be as finalized, might not be as detailed as normal. So watching the adjustments throughout the game is going to be something fun to do.
It's a great question. Who on Fairland's team other than Gavin Hunt can take it the distance? Like, who can go 70 yards? Like, who? I mean, we know Richendaler can. He's proven it time and again last year. We know Gavin Hunt can. Gavin Hunt's been doing it since his sophomore year. We know what he's capable of. But who else can who from Chesapeake can break a long one? Who from Fairland can rip off a long run or make a big play? Like, that'll be like, we got some guys that, man, they're going to step up into major roles. It's going to be exciting to see.
Yeah, it will be exciting to see also those younger players who were role players last year. Who's going to develop into that guy? Who's going to develop into that go-to guy? Is for Fairland, is it going to be Tevin Taylor? Is it going to be Steeler Leap? Who's it going to be? For Chesapeake, who's going to be those guys that were role players last year that are going to develop into somebody that Coach Nip really leans on and trusts with the ball?
Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree. I do know that I've heard a lot about Chesapeake up front. I guess they got really good size. So we'll see how that weighs on Fairland as the game goes along. I know Chesapeake runs a kind of their offensive system. Man, they really try to confuse you and really run some different trap action up front. And it can be if their line's laying on us, man, with their size, it could be an issue.
That's potentially true. They really could win the game in the trenches, and this tough, wet, this muddy field really could hinder maybe some of that big playability for Fairland. That spread that they like to run, and it could be a completely different game.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're counting down here. It looks like the clock's getting ready to hit 0. We're going to sign off here just for a couple minutes, just to let the guys kind of get warmed up. We'll be back for kickoff. Okay, guys, we're back. Looks like we're just about ready to kick off. We've got the officials in the middle of the field here. We haven't received word. Maybe we just didn't pay good attention, but we don't know who gets the ball first. So I guess we'll see when they line up.
Well, I know there's a lot of guidelines, and I know coin toss is one of those guidelines. There might not be a coin toss. It might automatically go to the away team, if I remember correctly.
Really?
So we'll have to see how that plays out. I'd like to give another shout-out. We shout out to all the ADs in Southern Ohio and Jeff Gorby for putting this on, all the work that they did. But even with all the work they did for the guidelines, it was going to leave a lot of the Dragon Nation out. So we would just like to thank Armstrong for being here this evening, and for Charlie, our tech coordinator here at Fairland, putting the YouTube stream up. It's really kind of neat. We've gotten a lot of text messages from a lot of people already, to us, like from Allie Penix and Gracie Rogers, talking about how they're watching on the game and they're really excited to be able to watch. So we're going to pause here for the national anthem.
Okay, here we go.
Again, kind of another weird thing, not seeing the band on the field. That was a little different. But again, we would just like to thank Armstrong for being here and for Charlie for setting this up, so all of Panther Nation and Dragon Nation could watch the events tonight.
Yeah, it looks like the people that give me crap on my text message here, it looks like Fairland's going to get the ball first. So we learned that now. We'll see what happens here. Glad to kick off 2020 football season with Gavin Hunt and Tevin Taylor for Fairland set deep to return.
Fairland will be receiving the opening kickoff.
Looks like number 8, Jacob McLeod's going to kick off for the Panthers. Panthers with that unique lineup they always do on kicks.
Yeah, they've done that the last couple of years. Kind of interesting. Looks like, here we go. Everybody excited. You hear all the cowbells ringing. Everybody wants to see some live sports.
And the start of the 2020 season is underway.
Covered up by number 5 for Fairland, Jordan Williams at the 34-yard line. So Fairland will start their first offensive possession of 2020 on the 34-yard line, on their own 34-yard line, with Max Ward, number 16, Max Ward, being the senior starting quarterback.
I think you might end up seeing maybe a two-headed monster at quarterback for Fairland. I think you might see Xander Schmidt line up at quarterback.
Yeah, he did a little bit last year too.
Maybe a wildcat situation or a quarterback run situation. I think you might see Xander, but right now Max is the guy.
So we got to give to Brumfield around the right side. He's going to gain good yardage out to the 40, 43, 44-yard line. He's about a yard or two short of the first down. Good opening play for Fairland.
JD's worked very hard in the offseason. JD's easily put 15, 20 pounds of muscle on.
Oh, absolutely.
And like I said, his running style is very different from Michael Stitt. He's going to get to a hole, and then he's just going to try and run over top of it.
Yeah, you said Michael never got touched. JD, touches people.
Yes.
He gets after you. He's going to hit you.
He might work for AT&T after he graduates, reach out and touch someone.
Ward's going to pass to Hunt. Hunt is going to come back to this side of the field, make a big, just like we talked about, Coach, in the pregame. Hunt's the kind of guy that can make something out of nothing. He had 3 Panthers potentially shutting him down in the backfield, makes a play, about a 15 to 20-yard reception there.
He's very dangerous in open space. They really got to keep an eye on him, really try to contain him.
So we got Fairland ball here on the Chesapeake 44-yard line.
We got a flag, it looks like.
Yeah, I'm not sure how that works here. I don't remember that little aspect of the game last year. We're basketball coaches, though, Coach, so we're not necessarily up on this. So.
Again, Fairland looking like try to run that tempo like they'd have the last couple years, trying to be quick.
Gives to Brumfield going to the left side. He's got a big hole. He may score.
He's got to beat one guy.
Touchdown, J.D. Brumfield. Oh, hold up. We got a flag on the field. Looks like it's right at the line of scrimmage. May have a hold on the edge there and might bring this one back. Yep. Holding on the Dragons. So it's going to be 1st and 20 and take a touchdown away.
Based on where the flag was, that was not necessary for that hold to happen. Right. That hole was plenty big. I feel like that probably was a really bad play for Fairland. Like, that hole was big, and I don't think that the wideout really needed to hold there. I think JD was fine.
Right. Well, imagine that, like somebody making a mistake.
They can't give the ball to the refs.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. You know, my son Brody's up here in the press box with us too, and he made mention they can't give the football to the referee. The referee doesn't take the football. They take the football with them. That's another.
That must be with that yellow marker that I thought was a flag on the field. That's where the player knows to put the ball back down.
That's really interesting and good observation by him. I really didn't understand what was going on there, but I get it now. It's COVID rules, baby. Brumfield again going left. He's going to get hit about 4 or 5 yards downfield. Pretty good opening play there. They picked up 4 there. Like I said, JD runs the ball extremely hard.
He does. He does.
You're going to have to bring it to bring him down, that's for sure.
Looks like it's going to be about 2nd down and 17.
Okay. Brumfield's got to come off the field. He looks like he lost his helmet on that play, so they subbed in number 5, senior Jordan Williams.
Jordan, another big guy, similar running style to JD. He's going to run downhill, just going to try to run over top of you. Kind of the counter to those two guys is Tevin Taylor. Be interested to see how much we see Tevin in the backfield tonight.
Yeah, Tevin got a lot of carries late in the year last year, and I think he's going to be he's an interesting cog to this offense. Matter of fact, I think he's maybe standing beside Ward right now in the backfield.
Yep, he is. Lining up, Jordan actually at wideout.
Ward's going to roll out and throw to Hunt. Good defense by number 7,
Levi Best.
Levi Best, great defense on Hunt. He was right on that coverage and knocked it away. Great play on the ball. Levi's a guy, Coach, we're somewhat familiar with. He's a former Fairland student. We had him in class and we had him in track, and really hard-working kid. And I mean, we knew once he was able to, like, Levi was tiny whenever he was here at Fairland. I mean, we knew once he grew, he was going to be a really good player, and that's evidenced by the fact that he can stay with what might be the fastest guy on the field and make a great play.
Yep.
So we got 3rd and long here for Fairland, third and about 15.
Got trips here to the right.
Good. Ward's going to launch it downfield, and good catch by Hunt.
And depending on the mark, it's going to be really close.
It looks like it is going to be a first down. Good job by Ward getting away from the pass rush, but great job by Hunt, able to come back for the football. That's what a senior wide receiver can do for you. You know, he can make plays whenever the ball's not perfect. You know, Hunt's going to come back and make a play on the ball. That was just a really, really good play.
JD back in the game.
So we got 1st and 10 here for the Dragons at the Chesapeake 30-yard line with about 9:40 to go here in the first quarter.
Now we've got trips to the left with Gavin Hunt, Xander Schmidt, and Steeler Leap.
We're going to throw it out here to Leap. Leap's going to get tackled about 3 yards downfield by, is that number 9 or number 8?
It's a pretty good block by Xander Schmidt to give Steeler a little room to make some yardage there.
Tackled by number 8, Jacob McLeod.
It's going to bring up 2nd down and 8, maybe 7 for the Dragons. Play call in, Ward.
They're running 4 receivers. They're trying to spread Chesapeake's defense out. They can, you know, obviously a good running formation just because you've got them so spread out. Good play there. Kind of messed that play up early. Chesapeake did. They kind of got to the ball carrier early. Didn't necessarily tackle him, but kind of messed the play up for him. That's good defense by Chesapeake. It's going to bring up about a 3rd and 6 here from the Chesapeake 25-yard line. Regardless, though, I think you're looking at 2-down territory here for Fairland.
True. It will be interesting to see at what distance Coach Cunningham is comfortable with Emma Marshall. He talked the other day about how he felt like she was getting really consistent from about 25 yards and in.
It's weird because we'll let her shoot 3, so he should let her shoot kick from deep, right? Let's go. Ward's going to play action, looking to roll. He's going to throw it and throws it behind Taylor.
Tevin Taylor. It's going to bring up 4th down and 6. Big play here for the Chesapeake defense. Get a stop on the opening drive, maybe go down, go up quick.
Looked like Ward might have had some room out in front to maybe just keep that himself.
I don't think that's really in Ward's DNA. I don't think that. Whereas Rich and Dollar, it is in his DNA.
Yeah.
I think Ward's more of wants to be a pocket guy, wants to pass first.
Right. Big play here. Another big play here. We got a 3rd and 6 or 4th and 6. Let's see what Fairland comes up with. What kind of play call they have. What they got in store for us. Brumfield the setback.
Got Williams, looks like lined up at end. Tight end there. Fakes the handoff to JD. quick out.
Oh, good
almost
defense
picked
again
up.
by
Levi Best.
Levi Best is just really played a good series there, man. I mean, 2 pass breakups. He gets that one, Coach. He may still be running.
Yeah, I think he probably scores there.
Yeah, that was a really good play. So Chesapeake, Fairland's going to turn the ball over on downs and give it over to Chesapeake. You know something interesting that Chesapeake did there? You notice Richendaler wasn't on the field. So, I mean, not only is that guy really good, now he's really fresh.
Really fresh, yeah. That's a good point. So it's going to be the first series here for the Chesapeake offense. They're going to take over at about the Fairland 26 with 7:49 to go here in the first quarter.
I'm going to have to familiarize myself with some of these guys from Chesapeake. Like I said, they lost some guys last year, and I don't really know, what all we got here. Let's see here. Referee blew the play dead. Maybe they're going to reset the play clock. I hope. They're calling for the athletic director. Well, let's see. While we're in this delay, looks like they're going to send the players to the benches, let them get some water. I don't really know what the. Hopefully, they didn't see any lightning or anything like that. I mean, we surely didn't see it here where we're at. Exciting start here, Fairland kind of made a couple big plays, and then Chesapeake comes up. Levi Best, I keep wanting to call him his dad's name, Zeb, but Levi comes up and makes a couple plays.
Zeb was a good football player in his own right back in the day.
It's always good when a football team can play defense first on the opening drive and get a stop. Like so you feel really good about like you got to stop to start the game. I mean I've always felt as a coach, you want to win with defense first. And when you can get a stop on the opening drive and keep the other team off the scoreboard, I think Chesapeake's got to feel really good about that.
Chesapeake did a really good job defensively on that drive. They put Fairland in 3rd and long and then 3rd and 6. And if it wasn't for the great play by Gavin Hunt, that series would have ended a lot sooner. So Chesapeake should be really happy about that defensive series they just finished up there. Let's see if their offense can complement what their defense started.
Yeah, here we go.
As you can see, Chesapeake comes with a very different formation, 1 wide out.
They always run stuff really tight and a lot of misdirection. Going to send a guy in motion and give it to him. It's going to be is that number 8 or that's number 9? Number 9 for Chesapeake, Ian Hicks. Number 9, Ian Hicks around the end for a couple yards. We know Ian Hicks' family.
We do.
Aaron Hicks and Taylor and then Sean, and they super good people. Actually, we brought all these extra bleachers in. Sean was one of the people that actually stepped up and volunteered to help, bring these things in, even though he's not a Fairland guy, just that's people want to see football. People want to see sports.
Well, and I also think these two communities only have a really disdain for each other when they're on playing surface.
I agree. Here we go. Inside trap. Is that 33 or 23? My 41-year-old eyes are deceiving me, I think. It looks like 33. 33, Landon Preston.
I'll tell you, number 44, Hutchison had a great block in the second level. He had his man 4 or 5 yards down the field.
Well, we got 3rd and about 4 here to go. So can Fairland get them off the field here to start? That'd be a big 3 and out here. I got a feeling Richendaler is going to give us something here on this play.
It's different. We got 3 wide outs.
Richendaler just going to run it to the right and going to pick up the first down. Yep. Again, they just went 3 wide, and those guys were blockers. They weren't pass catchers. They were just out there to block. Todd's not dumb. Todd's going to play. Todd Nipp's going to play to his strengths, and Mr. Richendaler is definitely a strength of his. So we got first and 10 here now from Chesapeake's own about 38-yard line.
Chesapeake quick to the line.
Going to give to, is that Hicks again? Inside give to Hicks.
Yep.
And he's going to be wrapped up for about a 2-yard gain. I'll tell you what, Chesapeake can 2-yard gain you, 2-yard gain you, 3-yard gain you, and then boom, all of a sudden a guy missing an assignment for Fairland, and they can go to the house.
Well, I'll tell you what's going to scare me if I'm Coach Cunningham is the one time that Richendaler doesn't hand the ball off on that trap and keeps it and goes bootlegs out the other side. Everything's in the middle of the field, and Richendaler makes it to the edge.
He keeps it, and then, like again, if your guy misses his assignment, it's over. Got some guys going in motion here. Going to change the formation up. Richendaler's going to go in shotgun. You got 2 receivers to the right, and then they're going to call timeout. So we're going to step away here for about 60 seconds. Okay, we're back here. We got 2nd and about 8 for Chesapeake here on their own 41-yard line. 2 receivers split to the left. 5 in the backfield beside Richendaler. Going to give it to number 5, and 5 is going to follow a block and pick up about 4.
Number 5, Dylan Caldwell.
I think he's a new one this year for him. I think he's always been a basketball player. He actually played really well late in the year, good shooter for them on the basketball team. And now he's playing football. So we got 3rd and about 3 or 4 here for Chesapeake. Last time they were in this situation, they went Richendaler run. I wouldn't be surprised to see it again.
Still in that tight formation right here.
Just like you said, Richendaler's going to keep, and he's got the first down. Out to about the 50-yard line. Yeah, if you're that backside end, you're those backside guys, you don't stay at home, you're in trouble. And if this guy gets a step, it's going. So Chesapeake's put together a couple first downs here. They got it right around midfield.
1st and 10, 4:33 here in the first. 2 first downs for Chesapeake.
Chesapeake's going to give it inside to 33. Landon Preston's going to go up inside there for about 3 yards. I got a couple updates here on some scores. Gallia is up 20-0 second quarter over South Point. Ironton, this is a big one, 50-3 over Portsmouth at halftime. Ironton 50-3 over Portsmouth at Portsmouth at halftime. So some big points being put up in the conference in other venues. So we got Chesapeake here, 2nd and about 7. Gibbs going to beat a number 5 Caldwell. He's going to try to get outside, cut up inside, and man, really good run. He's down to. We got a flag in the middle of the field. I don't know if it's
maybe a head-to-head hit.
Head-to-head, maybe a face mask. Didn't look like it was in the area of a hold. It kind of came in late.
Yeah. Looked like they hit face mask, which I think should not be a penalty.
See what the referee brings over here for us. Yep, it's going to be a face mask on Fairland, just a 5-yard variety. Anytime you get your hand up around a guy's face mask, whether you jerk his head off or not, it's going to be a penalty. So Chesapeake's got something rolling here, man. They're about the 40-yard line at their
first down.
Yeah, the 40 or 39-yard line of Fairland. 1st and 10, and they're just doing what they do, man. Methodically going down the field and converting 3rd down.
Controlling the tempo, controlling the clock.
Going to give it up inside. Oh, here we go. No, that's number 3. Number 3, Marcus Burnside up with the inside carry. He's excited about it. He comes up with about that's about a 7-yard gain.
Think he's ready in relation to General Burnside, who the sideburns are named after?
Maybe he is. They're going to give it again to Burn. I think we're going to have a
little bit of a false start.
Yeah, we got some illegal motion. Chesapeake tried to go fast, and I don't think all their guys were set yet. Yeah, illegal motion on Chesapeake, so that's going to back them up to about 2nd and 7 or 8. I say I wanted to feature Burnside here a little bit here, and he's a big boy. Yeah, he gets going downhill. I mean, we're talking about Brumfield being kind of a bruiser. Kid looks like he might bring the same pain to the meeting there, you know. So Richard Dollar's going to take and roll out. He's
Throws
got,
down the
oh, he's
field.
going to throw an interception. Xander Schmidt's going to pick it.
Good
Xander
block
Schmidt.
by number
Oh, and we got
56.
a flag, but Xander Schmidt's going to pick it and take it across midfield. Really good play. Xander Schmidt drops into coverage. I'd say we're going to have a legal block in the back on Fairland. It's going to bring it back a little bit, but nonetheless, I think Fairland's going to keep the ball here.
I don't know. I think crackbacks are now legal. I think that might have been what that was.
Okay. Yeah, like I said, I think Fairland will keep the ball, but they're going to be probably brought back to their own 20 or 30 yard line. They're going to lose some yards here. We'll wait on the official to make the call here. Yeah, we got a personal foul. Crackback, yeah. He put his fist up like that. I thought it was like Mr. Miyagi did that in 1985.
Like Miyagi-Do karate.
Like when Daniel hurt his, shout out Daniel LaRusso.
LaRusso Automotive.
Yeah, they got a new series now. That's big time. We'll plug LaRusso Automotive on here.
What is it?
We'll plug LaRusso Automotive
Oh,
on
absolutely. All day. Hopefully they'll sponsor us.
here. All right, so we got Fairland ball, 1st and 10 after the Schmidt interception. We're at Fairland's at their own 30-yard line, or 29, 30-yard line.
Board has them at the 30.
Looks like Tevin Taylor's going to be in the backfield with Ward. Going to give to Taylor around the left side. 44, really good pursuit by 44.
Gain of maybe a yard.
Number 44, Justice Hutchison on the pursuit. Really good play to chase that down from the backside. Just got another update. Colgrove 14-6 over Rock Hill at this point. Don't have a time in the game on that, but 14-6 Colgrove over Rock Hill. It's kind of cool too, Coach. They're playing all the rivalry games this week too.
Right.
All the rivalry games are getting out of the way, which is it's really neat to start the season off with like a heightened anticipation of a game. So we got 2nd and 8. Going to screen to Taylor. Number 4, good play by 4. Really good play by 4 to break down and make the tackle.
Number 75 there, McKee kind of missing his assignment.
So it's going to be 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6 for Fairland here. They've been able to pick up a couple big third downs, as Chesapeake was able to pick up a couple big third downs. So we'll see what Coach Cunningham calls here shortly before, with about a minute to go here in the first quarter. Ward's going to fake to Taylor, throw sidearm to Hunt. Good move on the outside, and Hunt is going to have the first down at about the 40-yard line. Did you see Ward kind of shift his arm angle there?
Little Bernie Kosar action.
Yeah, okay. Our principal, Mr. Aaron Lewis, would appreciate the Bernie Kosar reference. Fairland's going tempo now, back up the line of scrimmage. Oh. Got a false. Looks like we're going to have a offside on the defense. All 3 guys jumped. It's offside on the Panthers. Going to give Fairland a cheap 5. That was a good job by the quarterback, drawing them offsides and getting a free 5 for the team. That's an experienced quarterback. He's 2nd year and knows how to use his voice. So we got 50 seconds here to go in the first quarter. Fairland's got the ball at their own 48-yard line.
Probably be the last play of the quarter. Taylor's still the featured back in the backfield. Got 3 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left. Williams the top.
Going to give to Taylor. Taylor's going to get outside to the
Good
right.
stiff arm.
And he's going to pick up maybe 3. About 24.8 to go here in the quarter. Fairland's just crossed midfield. It's going to be 2nd and about 4.
Be the last play unless Fairland wants to get another snap off.
Fairland's going to let it go to the quarter, so we're going to take a break here. We'll be back to start the second quarter. Okay, guys, we're back. We got to start the second quarter. Fairland's going to have the ball at the Chesapeake 48-yard line. We have no score yet. Neither team's really – actually, Fairland did take one the distance, get called back, but really nobody's really mounted a drive. They've got a couple first downs here and there, but no real drive inside the red zone or anything like that.
Well, they had that big play called back for a hold on the outside there. You know, that was kind of a drive killer. You know, Chesapeake had the ball rolling, throw the interception. Obviously, that's a drive killer. So we've had two kind of drives kind of put together, both of them killed by one by a penalty, one by a turnover. So neither team really seems to be flowing very well. But again, we're really early in the season. See how these coaches make adjustments as the game goes on.
You know, that's a great point. Like, these guys got one scrimmage instead of two. They got no previews. They got, Chesapeake, heck, they got shut down for a day or two.
Yep.
You know, so, obviously all these guys are going to be rusty. Not to make excuses for anybody, either team, but, absolutely, this is to be expected, I guess, from the first quarter. Maybe less mistakes than what I actually expected. So here we go, Fairland ball. It looks like we got Schmidt here. Just like you called for this, that Schmidt was going to maybe rotate in some. So Schmidt's going to take the snap. It's going to be a high one. He's going to run it himself. He's got some room.
Good blocking on the outside.
Gets outside and gets across the 40. Big first down run. That's something that Schmidt's going to give Fairland. Maybe Ward doesn't. Just the ability to run the football off the snap.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a run the whole way. That was a planned run.
Schmidt's going to stay in the game. Actually, here we go. Ward's coming back. So we went one play a Wildcat, and then we're coming back with Ward here at quarterback. Brumfield split to his left. Three receivers to his right. One at the bottom of the field. You're going to give it to Brumfield. Good play made up field by number 4. Was that 4 in the backfield?
There was 3 guys in the backfield there. There was 3.
Yeah, Ben Bragg, number 4, really kind of blew that up. He would made first contact with Brumfield and stopped him. I don't necessarily know that he was the one that brought him down, but he read the play right.
Actually, number 9, it looked like Hicks is the one who actually brought him down.
We've called Hicks's name quite a few times here already in the first half.
So that was a loss of 2 on the play. It'll bring down second down and 12. 10:55 here in the second quarter.
That's really one of the first negative plays we've seen on both sides of the ball. We haven't seen a whole lot of loss of yardage. Just no crazy huge. We got good blocking here. Ward's going to step up and fire to, looks like Hunt for the touchdown. I don't see a flag, and that's going to be a 39-yard score, 39-yard pass from Ward to Hunt down the sideline for a big touchdown. So the first score of the year is going to be senior to senior. Like we said earlier, Coach, like Hunt's a guy for Fairland. If they're going to make a big play, he's the man.
I'll tell you, good concentration by Hunt there to bring the ball all the way in, then immediately focus on his feet to stay in bound and get the end zone.
Yeah, he's an experienced guy. You know, he was All-State his sophomore year. He makes plays. We got Emma Marshall on here to kick. Hunt the holder. And Marshall is no good. Wide left, low and wide left. So with 10:38 to go here in the second quarter, we've got Fairland 6 and Chesapeake 0. Okay, guys, we're back here. Looks like who's going to be here deep to kick the ball? Hunt is going to kick off. Hunt's kicked the ball for us, for Fairland the last couple of years. Looks like Richendaler is going to play this. Richendaler's in the middle of the field. Best is back deep, as is, can't see number 20, is that 18 or 28?
18.
No, it can't be 18. We don't have an 18.
18's not on the roster.
Jaden Slack. I apologize for some of the names here. Like, we have zero lighting in the press box, so we're doing our best. We know the Fairland kid's a little better than Chuck. Good kick by Hunt, man. All the way to the end zone for a touchback.
Actually hit the pylon.
Yep, all the way back to the end zone for a touchback. You don't see that much in high school where guys are able to put the ball in the end zone, so that's a really good kick.
Might be the first time I've ever seen the football, like, on a kickoff hit the pylon.
That would be like there's got to be a game, like almost like cornhole with a ball, like you put it where you want it or whatever.
Football golf.
Football golf. like curling. I don't know, something like that. I don't know. So here we go. Chesapeake's going to have the ball 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. See if they can put together a few first downs here. Richendaler in the shotgun, 2 to the bottom of the field. He's going to fake, go to his left, and pretty good play by Riley Kazee there on the outside. Pretty good play by Riley Kazee. Keeping that to what, maybe a 2-yard gain?
Looks like about where they're going to mark it.
Maybe
right
one.
now, maybe a yard.
Good play by Kazee there on the outside of the field.
A rare empty backfield for the Panthers there on that last play. Going to bring up 2nd down and 9.
Chesapeake's going to go a little tighter formation here. Going to give it inside. A good play here. Another good play here by number 5, Jordan Williams. Snuffed that one out. Number 4, Ben Bragg on the carry. No gain on the play. So it's going to bring up 3rd and long. And honestly, I don't think 3rd and long is necessarily in Chesapeake's wheelhouse. Not necessarily that it's in anybody's wheelhouse. Nobody in football wants to be in 3rd and long. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what Coach Nip calls here. Lady in front of me is loving the cowbell, right?
I hear it's the cure for a fever.
Is it?
Yep.
How about Corona?
More cowbell.
All right, here we go. Richendaler over the middle to number. Oh, good hit. Big hit by number 21, Tevin Taylor. Going to bring it to a 4th down and maybe 1.
That was a really well-timed route and pass by the Panthers there. Richendaler putting it right where it needed to be, and Tevin Taylor just makes a great play.
Looks like they're going to go. They're bringing in the big boy Burnside. Either they're going to give it to him or fake it to him and try to get a big play out of it.
Might try to call it and get him off sides, too.
That's a good point. Got 3 timeouts.
3 timeouts.
They're going to go quick. Like you said, they may be calling. They're going to give it to Burnside. He's got it easy. He's got it easy. So he touched the ball 3 times, and we have Fairland hasn't come close to stopping him any of those times.
If you kind of just look out there on the field, Fairland might have the length, but I definitely think Chesapeake's got the beef.
Yeah, absolutely. Chesapeake does have some big boys up front. We'll see how that plays out in the second half too. I mean, like the big guys laying on these guys from from Fairland, that could play a factor here. Going back with Burnside again, big run by Burnside. He may break one here. Great run by Burnside.
A la the bus there, little Jerome Bettis.
I was thinking like a Christian Okoye reference.
Oh, okay.
But I get it. The bus, Christian Okoye, like some throwback there. I think 6 Fairland guys touched him, and then it took 2 guys in the secondary to bring him down. So Coach Nips found him a weapon here.
So you're going 91 Super Tecmo Bowl, Kansas City Chiefs, Christian Okoye.
I am. That's where I'm at on that. Going to give it to Burnside again. Another big hole. Going to pick up another 4 or 5 yards.
Burnside really got this offense going.
Yeah, Fairland's going to sub out a couple linemen here to maybe try to keep them fresh. That makes plenty of sense. Here we got 2nd and 5 with about 7:40 to go. Coach Harley. Richendaler under center. Best in motion is going to take the ball. Best is going to try to get outside and does get outside. It looks like he might have the first
Close
down.
to the first down.
Schmidt's trying to make a play and just can't quite grab him, and it looks like he's going to be close. If he didn't get it, it's going to be, it's first down.
Moving the chains.
So Chesapeake's putting together some momentum here.
It's probably about, the 5th ball carrier for Chesapeake, too?
Yeah. They definitely had some lots of guys touch some balls. So Chesapeake's here, 1st and 10 from about the 30-yard line, 31. Burnside still in the backfield. Gives to Burnside again. Fairland did a better job that time. Fairland stopped him for a 1 or 2 yard gain.
So about 7 minutes now left in the second quarter. Fairland up 6-0. Brings up a 2nd down and 9 for the Panthers. Still featuring Burnside in the backfield.
Going to give it to that's Bragg, number 4. He's going to try to get outside. Pretty good play by Steeler Elite there on the outside.
Down to about maybe 5.
Yeah, down to the 24-yard line, so it's going to bring up about 3rd and 3 or 4. That's on this guy. It's like number 12 for Fairland into the game. Peyton Jackson, freshman Peyton Jackson. I think that might be the first freshman that's played on the field yet. Back here at safety, you still got Burnside in the backfield. We're going to fake it. I think we're going to have a legal motion again on Chesapeake or a substitution. What are we calling here? A legal motion.
So that's going to bring Chesapeake back to about a 3rd and 8. So we got another 3rd and long situation. Last time hit a quick slant across the middle, got it close to 4th and 1 or so, and then went Burnside. Let's see what Coach Nip draws up here.
Richard Dollar's going to stay under center. Best in motion, going to fake it to Burnside. Richard Dollar rolling out.
Oh, his own player.
Good play by Schmidt to hold his leverage on the outside. I'm sure that was a coaching point all week long. Hey, you got to keep Richard Dollar inside. Don't let Richard Dollar outside. So now we got a 4th and about 12 for Chesapeake here. Obviously, they got to go for it unless they got a guy with a huge leg, which that's an NFL leg if he's going to kick this. So we'll see what they got here. 4th and 12 from about the 32-yard line.
You know, lots of times when I play Madden, I always want to take my defensive ends and like just go crazy up the field with him. You can't do that with Richard Dollar. If he gets too deep in the backfield, Richard Dollar is just going to go right, like hit that gap and just go right up the field on him. So Williams does a great job of containing there, shedding that block and getting to Richard Dollar.
Dollar's going to drop back. They're trying to put pressure. This is where he's dangerous. Good play by Schmidt again, man. Great play by Schmidt. Two plays in a row. Schmidt's the guy come up and making plays on Richendaler. Like, you got to credit Xander Schmidt for getting Fairland off the field there.
So turnover on downs. Fairland's going to take over at about the 30-yard line with 4:57 left to go in the half. So Fairland scores here. That's big because that puts them up 2 scores because Chesapeake is getting the ball back at halftime.
Yeah, we got an official timeout here, so we're going to take a break too for about 60 seconds. Okay, we're back. Our tech guy up here says we're back on YouTube too. If somebody can text me and give me a thumbs up that you can hear me, I'd appreciate that. Fairland ball, start the new drive here with about 5 minutes to go before halftime at their own 30-yard line after Xander Schmidt making a couple big plays.
Looks like Fairland still has a timeout remaining.
At least. I don't remember anybody calling timeout. I think officials have called timeout. Going to give it to Williams. Williams going to pick up a couple yards. Going to be tackled by number 44, Hutchison.
Does a good job to squeeze a couple yards out there.
I've been impressed by Hutchison. He's a good defensive player. He's making plays in spots that like are away from him. The ball doesn't have to be run to him for him to make a play.
Reminder, if you're off the cell phone, it's down by the restroom.
All right, Dragons back to the line. 2 wide outs to the right, 1 to the left.
Ward's going to fake to Williams. He's got room out. He's going to launch it deep to leap, and he can't get there.
He was open.
Yeah, he
was open.
was.
He let him just a little bit too
He was
much.
open. I think Ward, maybe if he can get out and set his feet before he throws that, he probably didn't have to throw it on the run like he did. But Leaf had beat his man, and he had an opportunity there, and just couldn't quite make the connection. That would have been a huge play.
Maybe put a little more air under the ball too. Let Leap.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so much green space in front of Steeler there. Yeah. Let Steeler kind of make the adjustment, run under the ball.
So we got 3rd and 8 here for Fairland at their own 32-yard line with about 4:10 to go before halftime. We got 3 receivers to one side of the field, 1 single receiver, Tevin Taylor at the top of the field,
Big
with
play
Williams
here by
as the back.
Chesapeake. If they can get the ball back, only go in down by 1 score. That's a huge victory.
And I think we got timeout Fairland. I think. What we call here?
Play clock was at 0.
Oh,
so
was it? Is it
either Coach Cunningham must have got his timeout in just in time.
The referee's calling delay. It was a delay, so no timeout. Delay a game on Fairland.
So that's going to take our 3rd and 8 down to 3rd and 13. Again, not something any program really is looking forward to, but you do have a kid with number 7 on his chest out there that can make something happen.
He's already done it once, so we'll see what we get here. Chesapeake looks like they're only going to bring 3 guys. Yeah, they're only going to rush 3, drop into coverage. Ward, he's going to go down the middle of the field to Leap. Leap's wide open. Can he outrun number 11? He's going to do it. Huge play for the touchdown to Steeler Leap. That's going to be a 68-yard pass from Ward to Leap for the score.
Max Ward there with a little bit of redemption. Previous pass, Ward just kind of like just letting too much there. He puts it right on the money, hits Steeler in stride, and Steeler just takes it all the way to the house.
In basketball, we like to talk about dimes.
Yeah,
I'd say it's a dime.
That
was a dime.
That was a dime. First one was a wooden nickel.
Okay, that was a dime.
All right, so let's see what the card says. As they say, we're going for 2, or we're going to kick the extra point here.
Let's see here. I'm looking for Emma.
I am too.
Emma's on the sideline, so they're going to go for 2.
Must be what the card says.
Is that what the card says?
That's what the card says.
Okay, here we go. The 2-point conversion play here. Fairland now leads 12-0 with 4 minutes to go before halftime.
Bad thing about this for Chesapeake, they're down 2 scores now. We talked about their offense. Their offense is methodical. Their offense isn't necessarily explosive. So now you're starting to maybe thinking about getting out of your playbook, which isn't
That's
something
true.
you necessarily
I don't think they can play from behind too much. I agree with that. Ward's going to take the snap, roll to his right. He's got it. No, he's not going to throw it. He's going to throw it short into Hunt for the 2-point conversion. They're going to convert it. And now we got the Dragons 14-0 over Chesapeake with 4 minutes to go before halftime. Ward was really spectacular on that drive.
Earlier we talked about who are going to be those players that are going to go from role players to go-to guys. And on that drive, they went to Steeler Elite twice and, got that connection.
He was open twice. He got one, but he was open both times.
Yeah, he was open both times.
But let's be real. I mean, we watched a lot of Fairland football last year, and Ward has looked easily better this game than he ever did last year. Obviously,
we talked about JD putting on 20 pounds of muscle. It's hard to tell with how long and lanky Max is. Max put on a lot of muscle too. Max has worked really hard.
He's worked extremely hard and done and he's really playing good football right now. So Hunt's going to kick off. Looks like it's going to be a shorter kickoff. I think they had some kind of warning or something on Chesapeake there. I didn't necessarily know what the call was. But the kickoff is going to be shorter. He's going to kick it off from Fairland's going to kick off from their own 45-yard line. So if Hunt could put the last one in the end zone,
he should be able to put this one back here.
He might be able to split the uprights here. That's good. If kickers could make the ball through the uprights on a kickoff, should they get a point?
That's a good question.
We should maybe petition for a new rule change. He is going to. Oh, look here. That was close, man. It's going to be a touchback. Chesapeake's going to take over at their own 20-yard line with 4 minutes to go before halftime.
So if you're Chesapeake here, you got 4 minutes left. What do you do to maybe move the ball in bigger chunks than what you have been? They've had success moving the ball, but they've had success moving the ball 3, 4, 5 yards at a time.
Really, it's been Burnside.
It has
too.
been.
He's kind of been the guy, to really. I still feel like Richendoller's got some plays in him.
Oh, absolutely.
We're going to see some electric out of that guy. I don't doubt that one bit. But Burnside's kind of been the guy. He's not on the field right now. They're going to give it up inside. It's going to be a short run.
It's like brought down by number 4, J.D. Brumfield.
I'm not sure who had. I think it might have been number 33 there on the carry. Yeah, it was number 33. Landon Preston on the carry. Second and 9, 3:30 and counting. Look like Chesapeake is going to be content here to use some clock. I can't imagine Coach Cunningham not calling a timeout if they get another stop. Richard Dollar's going to take. Looks like he's going to set up screen to number 12. Good play. Here we go. Here we go.
By number 6, Steeler out.
Here we
in front.
go.
He
He
falls.
fell over the 50-yard line. He's going to be down at the 50-yard line. That's number 12, Thomas Sins, on a big play on a screen. Looks like we got a flag though. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know who the corner was, but have you ever watched the NBA where they flop and they give them a $5,000 penalty?
Uh-huh.
Is there a $5,000 penalty for flopping in high school football?
Well, I mean, the kid's just he's out there just trying not to be he's trying to look like he didn't mess up.
Okay. I'm not gonna say he flopped, but I ain't gonna say he didn't flop. That's all I'm gonna say. He sold it. Let's say that he did sell it, just like a charge in basketball. You got to sell the charge.
Well, we must have missed the call because it looks like it got called back.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They called a legal block in the back on Chesapeake on that screen, and that's going to put Chesapeake in a second and about 20. That was a really good play. Tight formation here for Chesapeake. Richard Dollar's going to pitch it to Hicks. Hicks is going to try to get outside. Schmidt again on the play. Schmidt's been great over there on that side of the field. He's made play after play after play. Stops him for a loss of about 4. It's going to be around 3rd and long. Coach Cunningham's not going to elect not to use a timeout, it looks like.
Well, it is 3rd and 25 right here, and we're still over 2 minutes. So he's going to get the ball back with some time, with some decent field position. Play clock down to 15 seconds.
Richard Dollar takes, going to roll right. This is what here we go. Williams chasing it down, and Fairland's going to call a timeout with going to give himself about 2 minutes to go here before halftime. Man, that play, that screen that was called back was obviously the backbreaker there for Chesapeake. They go from a 30-yard gain and
to a 10-yard loss.
To a 10-yard loss. I mean, it was that's obviously a drive killer. Any kind of hold or blocking the back is just a.
Well, and on top of that, we talked about Chesapeake going out of their playbook. That's obviously something they don't do, and it worked. But you're still defeated because it gets called back.
Right. Absolutely. So the punt team's going to come on the field, I guess.
Looks like Gavin will be back to receive. So Hunt back to receive the punt.
Yeah. That rhymes.
It does.
Shout out Miss Hamlin. Shout out Miss Alt. Shout out Miss Klein.
That's right, baby.
It's like number 8, McLeod's going to be deep to kick here. And Hunt's going to wait on it at midfield, man. It's dangerous for Chesapeake to kick to this guy.
I'd kick it out of bounds. I try to kick it as far down the field out of bounds on this close hash mark as I could.
And it's a really, really short kick. And Best is going to cover it about the 37-yard line.
So Fairland now has 2:06. I believe a pair of timeouts.
Yeah, 2 timeouts, I think. Oh, they got plenty of time.
They've got plenty of time, yeah.
And they got Janikowski Marshall down there, like, ready to kick a field goal at any time, right?
Yep. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Johan, as she goes by.
Yeah. Let's start calling her that. We got a water break here, or? There's definitely some different things going on with football tonight.
Well, I also think, for these kids, there's things you learn when you're younger that you don't have to learn, you don't have to think about. And now maybe some of these kids are focusing on things other than the game because it's out of the routine.
Right.
And it's messing with maybe some of the flow. Maybe it's, the kids are missing their assignments because pre-snap they're thinking about something other than what they've been taught for the last 15 years to think about pre-snap.
Brumfield back in the game. Brumfield kind of brief hiatus. Back in the game, and we got Fairland 2nd and 3 with the clock ticking at 1:38:37. Well, we had something there. I mean, I think Chesapeake's guy stood up first, and then Fairland's guy moved. They're going to call it on Chesapeake, offside on Chesapeake. It's funny how that works in high school. Because in the NFL, if a guy flinches, as long as he doesn't touch anybody and he gets back, it's good. In high school, it's a little different.
He can get in the neutral zone, but get back and then.
You were talking about Madden. How is it the same way on Madden? I know you're a big Madden guy.
It is. It is.
Okay, I got you.
It is.
Thanks. So we're 1:30 on the clock. Ward's going to go into shotgun again. Got Hunt in motion. Fake to Hunt. Give it to Hunt.
Give it back to him.
Little
flea flicker action. Nothing
keep
there.
it.
He's going to keep it.
And make something out of nothing. It's going to be a first down for Fairland at about the 14-yard line with 1:12 to go. Once the change is set here, they're going to start the clock again. Ward's trying to get them up and get the play run. Fairland's had a really good second quarter here, Coach.
Yeah, that was definitely that was a pass the whole way. Nothing there. Hunt just, and the thing with Hunt, like, he kept his eyes down the field the whole time.
Yeah. Going to give it inside to Brumfield. He's going to bounce outside. And we've got a hold on the backside. I think it's getting called back. Hold on the backside. Which, again, for Fairland, that stinks because the play is 40 yards on the other side of the field, and we get a hold by a receiver on the outside on the backside. That's coming back.
Xander Schmidt made a great block on this side of the field here, the close side of the field, for JD to be able to get to the edge. And you got
Brumfield's had 2 touchdowns called back.
Yep.
You would be, if you had JD Brumfield in fantasy football, you wouldn't be a happy guy.
No,
right now.
you'd be furious.
Yeah, you wouldn't be happy right now. 44.6 to go. Fairland's going to have it first and about 20 from the 22-yard line. So we're definitely, I'm thinking run. They still got 1 or 2 timeouts left. I guess they still could potentially run a lot. Schmidt under center now. Hunt's going to go in motion. Going to fake it. We said we got maybe an option here. Fakes the option. Pretty good kick. He's going to call a timeout. Schmidt's down to the 15-yard line. Timeout Dragons with 34.8 seconds before halftime. Schmidt looked like a little Eric Crouch there, man. You remember Eric Crouch?
I do remember Eric Crouch. Nebraska?
Yeah. Nebraska, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Heisman Trophy winner.
That was post Tommy Frazier.
Hey, yeah, absolutely. Shout out Kyle Taubenheim. Cornhuskers, right?
That's right.
Well, it's been a really exciting second quarter, especially if you're a Fairland fan. Chesapeake's just had some things. I mean, they just shot themselves in the foot.
Absolutely.
Guy falls over the 50-yard line. Grass monster got him. And then you got a legal block in the back on a screen that same big play there. I mean, Chesapeake's been able to move the ball with the exception of that last drive, but just nothing materialized for him.
All right, Dragons looking ready to come out of the timeout here. 34.8 seconds on the clock. Second down and 13. Dragons are up 14-0 here in Proctorville, Ohio. All right. Official signals start a play here. Ward under center. Ward's
going to throw a jump ball to Williams for the. He's going to call a push off on Williams.
I definitely think that Williams kind of pushed off, or maybe a better word term is kind of grabbed the guy and moved him over a little bit.
Jordan's a pretty physical guy.
He is a pretty big guy.
And Ward liked that matchup. They're going to call pass interference on the Dragons, going to back them up again. So we're talking about shooting yourselves in the foot. You know, Fairland's had 2 touchdowns called back on 3 plays.
So it's going to put them second down and 25 with 29.4 seconds. From about the 30-31.
Yep.
Ward again under center. Tevin Taylor motions to the backfield. You got Williams here on the short side, trips to the right. Ward,
short throw to Schmidt.
He's got a little space, makes a cutback.
Pretty good play by number 4 to
gain of about 15.
Pretty good play by Bragg to keep it from going too far. Clock's still running. 15 going to call timeout. What do you got here, man? What are you thinking? You got 1 pass in the end zone, you don't get it, you kick it, or you going to play 2? You going to go 2 plays?
Well, I tell you, like, even though there was pass interference, I like that matchup they had last time with Jordan on the outside. He's a big physical kid. Right. I think maybe you go for a shot. Where are we at here? On the 15.
Yep.
So you're looking at a 25, 32 yarder.
Coach Cunningham told me the other day he felt comfortable with Marshall at about 30 to 35 yards.
Well, that's right in that sweet spot there. He said that she was pretty consistent from there.
We're hoping more for Janikowski and less for Ray Finkel.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, laces out.
Right. We got 15 seconds here. See how we're going to finish the half.
I think you might have time. If you're passing the ball and it's incomplete, I think you might have time to run 2 plays.
Okay. Yeah, I think so. I agree. I mean, you throw this one quick.
Of course, it is third down, so I guess that kind of.
And your first down's at like the 4-yard line, 3-yard line. Looks like they're not going to. Looks like they're going to play coverage again. They're trying to. I see him. Let's see here.
But they got Williams
see what
out
the backers
here
are going to do.
all the way to the left.
They brought a middle. They brought the middle linebacker. They're going to throw. That's going to go to bounds. Yeah. All right. So what we're going to do here? Looks like they're going to run a play.
It's going to be
10 seconds.
10.7 seconds left.
Oh, we got Marshall coming on the field here.
Here we go.
Let's see what I don't. Did Emma make a field goal last year? I think it was all extra points, wasn't it?
I don't remember her making one. People in front of us in the press box here agreeing with us.
This one's going to be deep, man. It's going to be a 30-yarder. Right at 30 yards for Emma Marshall. Hunt is the holder. Let's see what we got here, Marshall. Oh, we got a fault delay. Now I bet he's going to go for it now.
I mean, that's going to kind of put her right at the max of that range.
That's 5 yards. We'll see what the officials call here. I think they called a delay of game, but they're also thinking that maybe Maybe it didn't say 0, it said 8, but I thought when the play clock hit 0, it was double zeros, not 1-0. We'll see.
Where I'm standing, it's hard for me to see the play clock on this end of the field.
That's what they pay those guys the big bucks for, to make these decisions, right?
That's right. They definitely got to pay these guys enough money to put up with the crowd. Still discussing.
Let's see what he says here. It looks like he's going to wave the no flag.
No flag.
I think he might have went early on the delay of game. So we're going to tee it up here again from the 30-yard line from Marshall. Snaps good, holds good, and it's going to be way short. Way short.
No good.
So 7.1 seconds left here in the second quarter. Chesapeake will take over at about the 30-yard line.
I think Chesapeake's going to run a play here, wouldn't you think? I don't think they're just going to kneel it, do you?
I wouldn't think so.
I think they're going to run a play.
I'd try to run some kind of misdirection with Richendahl, or try to.
I know I'd run a play, but
maybe try to get the.
Nobody's ever called me a smart coach before, so I've done some dumb stuff before.
I think I might try to get the defense flowing one direction and maybe roll Richendahl back the other way.
Right. Got another freshman on the field, number 20, Garrett Spence now. You guys got a motor. So let's see. Oh, it looks like he's just going to down the ball. No? I don't know. Richendahl's going to get another run in. Williams going to bring him down, and that's going to do it, I think. Yep, that's going to take us to halftime with the Dragons leading 14-0 here at Jim Mayo Stadium. We'll be back here for the second half.
Good evening and welcome to 2020 halftime. Introducing the Fairland High School 2020 marching band under the direction of Mr. Keith Harper. Tonight, we salute our class of 2020 with a hit single, Just Dance, based on the recording by Lady Gaga.
We're not going to find the I didn't copy this, but I need to solve it. I need this right here somehow.
Tonight, we're going to honor our 3 senior band members.
video in the middle.
Bailey Reese Frazier. Bailey is daughter of Patrick and Kim Frazier and the late Clara Frazier. Bailey plays clarinet and has been in marching band, concert band, all county bands, all district band, martial honor band, and scored a 1 rating at solo ensemble. Bailey has participated in district science fair, varsity vocals, and attends Collins Career Center in the dental assistant program. After graduation, Bailey plans to pursue a degree in diagnostic imagery. Miss Haley Jenkins. Haley Jenkins is the daughter of Jason and Jennifer Jenkins. Haley has been a member of the Fairland Concert Band, where she played the trumpet, marching band, color guard, and varsity vocals. She has also been a member of her 4-H club, Rome Guys and Gals, for 7 years. Haley currently attends Collins Career Center, where she is studying EKG. She is also a part of the Collins Choice Drug-Free Club. Haley is working towards her certification in EKG, lobotomy, and she plans on attending Marshall University to double major in music performance and music education. Miss Skylar Kimball. Skylar is the daughter of Christopher and Jody Kimball. She has been a member of the Fairland Concert Band, marching band, and color guard. She has also been a member of the All-County Band. Skylar currently attends Collins Career Center for Veterinary Science. She has been on the FFA officers team, serving as secretary and currently a senior reporter. She is working towards getting her FFA state degree. Skylar plans on attending Canasas College, majoring in animal psychology with a minor in business and writing. Congratulations to our Fairland High School 2020 marching band graduates.
All right, so halftime almost over here. Fairland up 14-0. Chesapeake does get the ball to start the half. Crucial drive here for the Panthers. They can't let this game get too far away from them. The style that they want to play doesn't bode well for them if they have to score a bunch of points quickly.
I mean, but yeah, with that said, you're only down 2 scores.
Well, that's why I'm saying that's why this drive is so important right now.
You're right in it, and I mean, again, it's high school football.
That's true.
People put the ball on the ground. People make mistakes. People miss assignments. Not to say it doesn't even happen at the pro level. I mean, I'm a Browns fan, so I know it. I know it happens at the pro level. But yeah, I mean, they're right in this game. Especially they start out here with a good drive. I'm sure Coach Nibbs told them, hey, let's get some points on the board here, and like we'll be in good shape.
It almost looks like we just did another coin toss.
They just kind of like ceremonial, got to say who gets the ball, you know. There's certain things in sports that just don't need to happen, and that's probably that second half, like getting together again, that's probably one of them. We know who gets the ball.
That's a good point.
But just like the captain's meeting before a basketball game, like it's kind of irrelevant because if a referee has a problem with anything going on in the court, he's going to talk to us, not any of the players. But, oh, well, that's a tradition, I guess, so we'll see. So Fairland's going to kick off here. I assume it's going to be Gavin Hunt. He's put 2 in the end zone here on kickoff, so let's see if he can make it 3 for 3.
Dragons take the field now, getting ready to start the second half. Again, we have the same 3 back for Chesapeake, and Richendaler, Best, and
it's hard to see his number from here, isn't it?
I think it's is it 12?
It's 18.
18?
Or no, 12. 12. Sorry, it is 12.
So Thomas Sintz.
Okay. Do real commentators, not me and you, but real commentators, they have spotters and stuff like that? They can kind of like...
What he's trying to say, people, is anybody who wants to be our spotter next week, we might be in the...
Or anybody that can see better than we can. Now, he's going to squib kick this one. It's going to go out of bounds here about the 33-yard line. Probably a smart move because I wouldn't want to kick it to Richendaler either. I get it.
Kick goes out of bounds.
Shout out Josiah Wyrick for getting on the field and getting that tee. Josiah, a senior, got celebrated here on senior night. He's been a part of this football program for 4 years.
4 years. Known famous by his catchphrase, all tartar sauce.
Exactly. Let's see what Chesapeake comes up with here to open the second half.
I'm anxious to see if Burnside gets a bulk of the touches here in the second half. He was the one who really had a lot of success in the first half for Chesapeake.
Yeah, you're right. I don't think he's in the game right now. No, he's standing over there right now. So he's got a couple of receivers out this time. Referees are going to kind of...
I think they're maybe reviewing the spot of the ball.
Todd's over there discussing something. Oh,
Since the ball went out of bounds, it's supposed to be placed.
That's a good point, Todd. See, Coach Nitt, man, he's always on stuff, dude. He knows his stuff.
Should be.
At the 40.
Well, they kind of, they could put that yellow thing.
Or is it a 5-yard penalty? Did they just give it a 5-yard penalty?
Because they moved the sticks too, so.
I don't know.
Ball
going to give it to number 4, Bragg. Bragg is going to be met pretty much at the line of scrimmage. Maybe gained a couple, maybe gained a yard. Man, you imagine the emotions the Chesapeake kids have gone through in the last couple of weeks. They went from we have a season, we're practicing, to like no season, to 24 hours later the community rallies, we have a season. Just a roller coaster, just like the whole 2020 has been. But man, it's great to see him out. I know everybody's really excited. Here we go. We got Bragg again is going to get the ball. He's going to take it out to close to midfield. It's going to be about a 3rd and 5 for Chesapeake. On 3rd and 5, we've seen a lot of Richendaler rollouts, kind of keeps on this type of play. We'll see what we got here.
Well, I think you're also in 2-down territory, maybe. I mean.
Well, I think it depends on what kind of yardage you get here on 3rd down.
I guess if you're going to go for 4th and 1 from the 29 in the first half, you'll probably go for 4th and 1 from the midfield in the second half.
Fairland making a late substitution. I got a couple finals here texted to me. Ironton over Portsmouth 50-9, and Colgrove over Rock Hill 20-6. It's like Brumfield's going to come up and make the play, but we got a hold. What do you think? You're at a hold on the outside there? They this referee crew's been notorious for these outside run holds.
It's kind of late in the run, but it was over there on the outside where the run went to.
I'll tell you what, Brumfield closed that gap quick.
You know, in the offseason, that was what everybody talked about, was kind of his knock, was his speed.
Yeah, being able to get to the ball. Like, The kid's worked, man.
He has.
He's absolutely worked. He's went all in on himself and went all in on trying to become a better football player, and it's showing for sure. So let's see here. It looks like Fairland's going to accept the penalty, and it's going to be replay 3rd down.
So it's going to be 3rd down and 16.
Yeah, 15, 16, 13. Coach Ward over there on the mic knows a little bit more about football than me and you do, right?
It doesn't take much to know more about football.
That's a great point.
It does me.
That's a great point. Inside give to Burnside is going to be met by Kazee, and going to bring up a 4th and 10.
Gain of about 4 back to the original line of scrimmage.
I think Kazee just kind of put his head down and hoped he got some help, and he did.
So again, Hunt back for the punt.
Yeah, you like that?
I do, man. I feel like I spit rhymes when I say stuff
Yeah,
like that.
I feel
I got bars.
I like that.
That's what the kids say today. They got bars.
Is that what they say?
Uh-huh.
So McLeod's going to punt here for Chesapeake. And Chesapeake's going to call a timeout before we get that going. So we're going to take a 60-second break here. We're back here. I think Coach Cunningham, sensing that Chesapeake may try some trickery here, put his defense back on the field. So I'm not sure Chesapeake had 11 guys on the field. That might have been why they called the timeout, to be honest with you. Yeah, McLeod's going to kick it. He's going to kick it short. And it's going to die about the 36-yard line of Fairland. So Fairland's going to take the ball here with 9:14 to go in the 3rd quarter and see what they can do.
Well, I feel like Fairland staff did a good job of communicating there at halftime defensively, what they saw, came up with the stop. Let's see what they come up here with here offensively. Did they see something they liked in the first half offensively?
That's a good point. You know, it's funny, man. You didn't have much time to talk about it at halftime. What
That's
was
true.
that? What was that thing, 8
Short
minutes? Yeah, it's a quick halftime, man. Players probably like that, man. Coaches can't go in the locker room chew on them too much, man, because like, hey, we got to get back out there. So that's a good thing. Actually, there is no locker room. They just go out and stand on the back of the end zone, I think. Hunt in motion. They're going to fake it, give it up inside to Brumfield. Brumfield's not going to be brought down. Wow. Drug guys all the way down to the 35-yard line. Really ran the ball hard there.
You know, in the NFL and college, you have all those guys doing the professional stats. One stat that doesn't get taken at the high school level that I would like to see at the end of the season for Brumfield is yards after contact. How many yards is JD going to get this year after that first initial contact?
Exactly. I think a lot of his runs are going to be that way. And I think as the game wears on, defenders aren't going to want to hit it.
I think Burnside's going to be that way too.
Yeah, absolutely. Going to give it up inside to Brumfield again. Good play by Chesapeake. They were bringing guys that time.
A lot of defenders there.
Yeah, they were bringing guys. They kind of snuffed that one out. Play action on that play might have beat them there. It's almost like you referenced Tecmo Bowl.
Uh-huh.
They picked the play.
They
picked the play.
Yeah, they did.
And got them. So we got 2nd and about 11 here for Fairland from their about 36-yard line. You got a notification on Twitter. Somebody said, what can we do to get the dynamic duo of Mr. Alt and Mr. Buchanan on a baseball game this year?
Oh.
What's our price?
If there's, that's a good point.
What is our price?
But if there's one sport I know less about,
it'd be baseball.
Football, it'd be baseball.
That's a good point. Ward takes a snap. Looks like he's going to set up a screen. That's a good play by Ward. Like this, they guarded, they covered screen. Ward ate the ball. That's a veteran play.
I hope the band was paying attention there. This year the band kind of on the track and folding chairs, and Ward kind of launched it in the middle of the band. I hope those kids were paying attention. I hope it wasn't a Marsha Brady accident over there.
Marsha Brady. Johnny Moxon hits the armadillo on the head like in Varsity Blues.
Yep.
Right? Is it armadillo? Something like that. Like a cowboy, maybe.
Maybe.
Knocks that guy off the horse. Just telling my age a little bit. Anyway, we got 3rd and 11 here for Fairland. Again, at the 35, 36-yard line. Again, I thought it's veteran play by Ward there to just cut your losses. Chesapeake covered the play well. So let's see what we got. Ward's going to drop straight back and run it. He's got some room. Ooh. Good tackle. Good tackle by
the initial tackle was really good.
Good tackle by number 33, Preston.
Second Chesapeake defender came in just a little late.
Oh, did he?
Yes.
Good tackle by 33.
Yeah,
33
the first
Preston.
tackle was solid.
And we got a guy cramping. I think it's Xander Schmidt for Fairland's cramping. I saw him come off the line of scrimmage limping.
That might be something we see a lot. I mean, it's. I know it rained earlier, but it's super humid out still.
It is. It's kind of funny. We haven't seen much of that yet. But we did get started about an hour late, so that might have helped us. We didn't really play many snaps in like daylight, so. It looks like they have called a late hit on Chesapeake. It's unfortunate, like big play like that gets made and, Max kind of rolls over the defender. But the guy, at some point, man, you're standing there and the guy's got a 20-yard run on you. Yeah, he's probably going to run over you regardless of size. And the guy stood in there and took it and brought him down. Really good job by Preston there.
Schmidt's still cramping up, coming off the field.
I'm sure Jogger will rub that out, won't he? Mike Jogger
will.
Yeah.
He'll work it out.
Trainer Mike Jogger Strickland for Fairland always has those joggers on. He'll take care of him. Going to give to Brumfield there on the right side.
Some space over there.
Looks like that's going to be a score. Yep, and I don't know. We got a flag.
I think it's going to be
after
I think
the play.
He crossed the plane. They're going to call another late hit, I think.
On Chesapeake again, you think?
Yeah, I think he crossed the plane. The kid hit him after he crossed the plane.
Guys are getting frustrated. Brumfield's got his helmet off again.
I don't necessarily like that call. I think it was kind of a bang-bang thing. It wasn't like he hit JD 5 yards in the end zone.
Right. See if Brumfield can – is he going to go 3 for 3 against Brumfield, or is he actually going to get to keep this one? Let's see. Referees are discussing.
Still discussing.
Who has the Jeopardy music right here? There you go. There you go. There you go. Good show. A shout out Alex Trebek.
Alex Trebek.
Yeah.
Do you prefer your Alex Trebek mustache or no mustache?
Mustache for sure.
For sure?
Yeah, absolutely.
I agree.
Absolutely. So we got a dead ball, personal foul on Chesapeake.
Personal foul against the Panthers.
Touchdown's good. So Brumfield is actually going to get to keep one of his touchdowns.
Like I said, if that's on the hit, I don't really like that call. The kid's close to the goal line when he hits him. I thought maybe it could have been a face mask. If it's a face mask, that's a different story.
Yeah, it's a tough play. It is a tough play. Fairland shooting off their or like sounding their train whistle, where the Dragons, not the locomotives, but
you think the locals like?
I'm sure they love
it. They get to bed early on Friday
People
nights?
over there in the neighborhood next to us, I'm sure they love that. Marshall here to try. Oh, Hunt's going to have to pick it up because it was a high snap. And
dancing around, and he's going to go in for the 2.
Hey, YOLO on that play, I think, man. Like, he just goes in and goes crazy. So, nice play. So, Fairland's now going to take a commanding 22-0 lead with 7:29 to go in the third quarter. Not the start of the half that Chesapeake wanted. A 3-and-out by Chesapeake. It leads to a scoring drive by Fairland. Like I said, not what Chesapeake had in mind to start the second half, I'm sure.
Coach Jackson out there coaching up the Fairland Dragons.
Coach Jackson's been involved with Fairland football at all levels. Like I'm talking like he's been an E-team coach.
He's been involved at all levels on both sides. I mean, he's been a player probably at just about every level and a coach at just about every level.
Yeah, you can't find somebody with much more Fairland football experience than Coach Michael Jackson. Knows the system inside out. Matter of fact, I think they run a lot of things they do as Coach Jackson. It's his playbook. So Hunt's going to be back deep here to kick off. Last time they squib kicked. He's going to kick deep to Richendaler. So let's see. Richendaler finally have some space tonight. What's he going to make of it?
Gets to the outside.
Pretty good little play by 6 over there. I mean, didn't necessarily bring him down, but made initial contact. That's usually what happens on the kickoff, man. If you can slow him down just a bit. And
looks like about the 42-yard line of Fairland is where the Panthers will start their drive.
So see here, Chesapeake needs something positive to happen here. They need something good to happen on this drive.
And not shoot themselves in the foot.
Yeah, they've done that a little bit. Done that a little bit here in the second half. He's got my guy Burnside back in the game. I got to feel like this guy's going to get a carry or two.
Fairland almost looked like they were confused about where the line of scrimmage was.
Looks like Caldwell's going to have it. He's going to get a first down. That's a good opener for Fairland, or excuse me, Chesapeake. Caldwell, but lost the ball, and they're going to give. Nope, they're going to. He's moving the chains. I think. Like Fairland thinks they came up with the ball. I think he's saying move the chains. Yeah, Chesapeake ball. Kind of like the guy's down. He took the ball from him, you know.
Right. I never saw a motion by any of the officials that there was a fumble.
Well, he put up his left hand like it was going to be Fairland's ball, but he was waving the sticks to move down the field. So Fairland, when it got excited, because they thought they were getting the ball. So here we go. Chesapeake, 1st and 10.
I think that might have actually been number 9, Hicks, on the carry.
Oh, was it?
I think so.
Can we agree to disagree on that one? Here we go, Burnside in the backfield. Going to give to Burnside inside. Good play by Fairland. They got him strung up. Probably a point of emphasis for Fairland there at halftime was, hey, like we gotta stop these inside runs by number 3. Really good play there. So we got 2nd and 10. Chesapeake, 6:37 to go here in the third quarter. About the 46-yard line.
Looks like Burnside's still going to be the back.
Going to fake it. Reginald's going to fake it and keep it, and going to get positive yardage. He's going to be about 2 yards short. Oh, gosh.
We talked about Richendaler's speed. He showed kind of his power there. He definitely dragged a couple guys, a couple yards.
Fairland's got a guy down on the field, so we're going to take a quick break during the injury timeout. Okay, we're back. Injured player on the play was Riley Kazee. Being helped off by a couple of trainers. There was a flag on that play as well, a late flag. I don't know if it was a late hit or whatever. Referee conference again.
Looks like they may be discussing with Todd, Coach Nip over on the sideline, what happened. Still trying to sort out what happened. Officials still talking. Official going to pick up the flag. Let's see if we have a call here.
I mean, nobody's moving chains on the sideline. They're just kind of stuck. So
They picked the flag
here
up
comes
off
the white
field.
hat. He's going to make the call here.
Dead ball on sportsmanlike against the
And
Panthers.
sportsmanlike on Chesapeake. So we got 3rd and about 16? 17?
Yeah, about that. Trying to see what they put up on the board here.
Panthers set up 3rd down and 16.
Coach Ward says 16, so we'll go with 16. Rich Dollar back in the shotgun.
I'm going to throw it out here to 12. Sins. Sins is going to try to run up inside, make some positive
Pretty
yardage.
good play.
I'd say that we got a Chesapeake 3rd or 4th and about 6 or 7. I'm sure they're going to go for it here. They've had success with that play.
They have.
Kevin Taylor on the tackle. Brings up a 4th down and 6.
All right, so 4th and 6. We got Burnside in the backfield. Rich and Dollar under center. Rich and Dollar
Brumfield can't make the
JD couldn't
play.
wrap him up.
Williams can't make the play. Fairland eventually brings him down. Good effort by, really, really good effort by Rich and Dollar. Just too many guys from Fairland on him, man. I mean, he made 2 guys miss. And he just couldn't get away.
All right, so with 5:03 here in the 3rd, Fairland's going to take over. Looks like on their own 48, or actually the 48 at Chesapeake. Xander Schmidt's coming back out.
Timeout Fairland.
All right.
We'll take a 60-second break. Okay, we're back here. Fairland has the ball at their at the Chesapeake 44 or 46-yard line. 3 receivers to the left. Brumfield in the backfield. Brumfield gets a handoff. Going to try the right side. Got plenty of room. Gains about 10 on the play.
I'll tell you, I think maybe one of the knocks about Fairland last couple years has been the line. Our line's been really good tonight.
Yeah, done a good job. They've done a really good job against a pretty big Chesapeake line. Yeah.
Coach Cunningham calling the play in to Ward. Got trips to the left, 1 receiver to the right.
Going to try Brumfield this time to the left side. He's got another up. Looks like we're going to have. Is Brumfield going to score again on that? But we do have a probably going to have a hold in the middle of the line. Yep, they're going to hold in the middle of the line on Fairland, so we're going to bring that one back. JD can't say these guys aren't trying to block for him.
The bad thing is they're blocking like 15 yards away from the play, you're getting hold.
Yeah, it's and when you're out in space like that, man, it's a lot easier to see like the infraction.
Mike Jogger's still down there with Xander on the sidelines trying to work out those cramps.
So we're going to bring up a 2nd and 5. I guess they're going to give him some yardage on the play. Second and 5 here for Fairland at about their 41-yard line. Going to give it to Taylor around the right side. really good play there made by number 58, maybe?
Almost a sense here that the start of this drive,
58, Jonathan Bramer.
The airs kind of went out of this stadium. Like, I know the crowd's smaller than normal and everything, but you almost get the sense that like a lot of people think his game's over, and I hope that's not true. I hope the Panthers keep battling here.
Yeah, I hope so too. We want to see an exciting game. And honestly, most of these Fairland Chesapeake games have kind of come down to the wire here as of late. I mean, Fairland kind of won it on the very last seconds last year. Ward's going to roll out to his left, and he's going to have leap out in the flat. Going to cut inside, and is he going to be able to going to knock down there about the 1 or 2 yard line?
Ward pass complete, 27 Luke.
So we got 3:06 left in the game. 22-0 Fairland. Ball on about the 1 or 2 yard line. That's been a good connection. Ward to leap tonight's been a good connection tonight. Inside give to Taylor. Taylor's going to go up inside for the score. So Fairland's now going to take a commanding 28-0 lead with 2:57 to go in the third quarter. Marshall's going to come on to kick the extra point. Again, I think, we talked about who's going to be the playmakers. I think, they got another one in Leap now.
Yeah,
Leap's made some plays.
Definitely had a really good game.
Yeah, he's definitely risen to the occasion. He's going to be another guy that they can count on. Marshall's going to tee it up and hit the upright. She's been left tonight.
Oh, Ken Norwood.
Ken Norwood. Is that a Bills reference?
That's a Bills reference.
Yeah, lost some Super Bowl. Bills fans, sorry, Bills fans. Was it Ken Norwood or Steve or? I'm not sure about that.
We'll have to Google it.
I'm not sure Ken is the guy. No, Norwood. Scott Norwood. Scott Norwood. That's it. That's it. You can't forget that, man. If you're a Bills fan, it's Scott Norwood missing kicks.
They might want
to
try to forget him.
So again, we got Fairland 28-0, 2:57 to go in the third quarter. I think for the most part, Fairland's defense has dominated the game. No big plays for Chesapeake.
Especially here in the second half.
Yeah, they've really come to play, really kind of dominated the game. Let's see if they can keep that up. It's cool for me to see some guys on the field that, I watched this team play last year, and they were JV players at best, never saw a varsity snap, and now I've seen Austin Porter start on defense for Fairland. And Austin Porter was a guy that never left the bench.
You mean the real AP?
The real AP.
Yeah.
The real AP was starting. Shout out Aiden Porter.
Yeah.
So Hunt back deep here to kick. He's going to kick deep to Sins. Sins going to field it at the 14-yard line. He's got some room. Good play. Good play on the outside. Not sure who it was, but he made the play. Maybe number 80 over there. And unfortunately for number 80, he's not on the roster. So, good play, buddy. I got another score update. Gallia Academy 41-0 over South Point. So, looks like the best game in the league tonight so far has been Coal Grove and Rock Hill.
Dave Siebert sending you them scores from Coal Grove? Trainer Dave.
We got Bragg outside Brumfield.
Great play.
A little 4-on-4 action there. Brumfield brings down Bragg for a loss of about 5 yards. So it's going to bring up a second and about 15 from the Chesapeake 28-yard line with 2:20 and counting in the third quarter. It's 28-0 Fairland.
Schmidt finally back out there on defense.
So they're going to pitch it here to, is that Hicks? Hicks is going to take it upfield for about 4 yards. Going to put Chesapeake in about a 3rd and 11, 3rd and 12. Hicks is going to limp off the field.
Foul the ball carrier.
I mean, he may have a cramp too. He just went around the sideline and laid down. He needs stretched as well. .130 and counting here in the 3rd quarter. 3rd and 11 for Chesapeake at their own 33-yard line. A fake. Richendoller's going to roll back. Try to throw it deep down the field. It's going to be intercepted by Hunt at about the Fairland 44-yard line. So Fairland covered that play really well.
You know, we've talked about this before, and again, we don't really know as much about football as these guys, but I feel like for a right-handed quarterback rolling to your left, that's a really hard
I've always
throw to
said
make.
that. I've always said that. Like it's hard for me to it'd be hard for me to run one way and throw back across my body with the other hand. Now again, I'm not a football player. I'm not any kind of player, but
Are you a player?
yes, absolutely. If you put the A on there and then it changes things. But yeah. Here we go. We got Fairland ball here. 1:11 to go in the 3rd quarter, 28-0. With Ward back to receive the shotgun snap. Ward's going to take off with it and going to pick up positive yardage. He got about a 7-yard gain down right across midfield. Again, I think Max has made great decisions all night long. A maturity is shown just by there, everything's covered, nobody's open. I'm just going to get what I can get out of it. He's really, really grown into the position. So 2nd and 3 from about the 50-yard line for Fairland. 36 seconds and running on the clock.
This will be the last play of the quarter.
Good to see Riley Kazee for Fairland back on the sideline with his helmet on. Looks like he thinks he's going to play again, so I'm glad to see that after that injury timeout. Going to give to Brumfield, making man miss in the backfield, but Burnside's going to gobble him up on a 2nd attempt. We got Hutchinson again in the backfield as well. Hutchinson, man, he's made some plays. What grade is Hutchinson in? A junior. So, really good player, man. He's going to be a good one next year, too. Clock's going to run out there in the 3rd quarter at 3rd and 6 for Fairland. And we're going to go into the 4th quarter. Fairland leading 28-0. We're going to take a 60-second timeout. Okay, here we go, guys. We are start of the 4th quarter here. Fairland leads 28-0. 3rd and 6. Boys are tired, I'm sure. I've been standing up here. I'm tired.
Me too. It's way past my bedtime.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, here we go. Let's see what kind of heart guys have here now. I don't think Chesapeake's got quit in them, so we're going to see what happens.
Empty backfield for Fairland.
Nah, they're just going to sneak Brumfield back there. I don't know if they're going to give it to him, but they got Brumfield back there with him. Ward's going to take out was there. We threw it deep to Hunt.
It's not a bad throw. He kind of put it out there where Hunt's above both those defenders. He put it out where only Hunt can make a play on the ball. He just overthrew him. Again, good decision.
So what are we going to do here, Coach? We going to punt it, or looks like he may go for it here on 4th and 6 from about the their own 47-yard line, up 28-0 with 11:54 to go in the 4th quarter. I bet he's just called the same play. I think he liked what he saw. 9 was open. Who's 9? Gavin Davis was open on the out there. Looks like we maybe got the guy jump off sides.
It looks like
Yep,
Chesapeake,
offside.
It looks like Chesapeake jumped, but we'll see if maybe.
I'm not sure if it's going to give him the first down or not. I think he's going to be
they're
still
gonna be
about a
short.
half yard
Yeah, they're going to
short.
be a little short. But I definitely think that changes your play call.
Absolutely. Maybe Brumfield time.
Might be.
Brings up a 4th down and 1.
Coach is on the sideline yelling Bigfoot, so I think that's their big package coming into the game. Williams coming into the game as well, so they're going to go a little power here, it looks like. I think Schmidt's going to come in to take the snap. No. Oh, we're going to direct snap to Taylor, it looks like. Or Brumfield. Yeah, Brumfield or Taylor. Yeah. I think he got it. I think he
He
don't
was
know.
met behind the line of scrimmage, and
Brumfield on the carry.
it
We'll
almost looked
see.
like the tackler kind of threw him forward a little
Yeah.
bit.
Chesapeake knew what they were getting, and it's just going to be a matter of did Brumfield get there or not. I don't know. I think we're going to measure on this one.
It's going to be our
Oh,
first.
they're going to give the ball to Chesapeake. No measurement. Chesapeake's going to get the football. Good job by Chesapeake to get off the field. Maybe they can give them some momentum and make a couple good plays here. It's one thing to know what's coming. It's another thing to actually be able to stop it.
Yep, that's
And they did a great job there. So 11:49 to go in the fourth quarter, 28-0 Fairland. 1st and 10, Chesapeake ball at their own 48-yard line.
I'll tell you, this half, Fairland's done a fabulous job of containing Rich and Dollar.
Yeah, they have. I think they've done a great job all game. Gonna give it up inside to Burnside.
Going to give 2 or 3.
Brought down on the play by Brumfield.
Brumfield on the slide.
Brumfield's just in on plays, man. I'm telling you, he's like he gets to the football. There's no question.
Yeah, he's definitely got a nose for football. He doesn't shy away from contact.
So we got 2nd and 7, just across midfield. Chesapeake ball, 11-17 and counting. In the fourth quarter, Fairland 28-0. Going to give the ball around the end to Hicks. Hicks is going to get maybe two yards before being stopped by Casey Hot Dog Hudson.
Hot Dog Hudson, number 56.
Yeah. Casey Hot Dog Hudson. We can call him Casey Crown City Hudson. Like whatever we want to call him, right?
King of Crown Town.
King of Crown Town. Again, that's another guy that's got a motor.
He does.
He does. He plays hard. So we're going to have 3rd and 4 from about the 46-yard line. Chesapeake's going to fake it. Rich and Dollar's going to keep and get the first down.
Rich and Dollar on the ball carrier.
I honestly felt like we'd see more of that tonight.
I did too.
I don't know if it was just, like you said, down in distances, maybe the score, whatever the situation was. But, you know, I can remember here, gosh, I don't remember how many years ago this was, Austin McMaster going 99 yards on that play, and he ran right at us in the end zone. And I kind of wanted to tackle him myself. No offense, Austin, but not that I could have caught you or anything. But, yeah, I remember that play and 99-yarder.
I believe it's in the.
Oh, it would have to be, right?
I think it's in the record books.
Could you go there's a trap, and Caldwell's going to get eat up there on the trap. Good play by Fairland. Then we're going to bring up 2nd and 12 with 10 minutes to go. 28-0 Fairland here in the fourth quarter.
Foul on the carry by number Brumfield.
Looks like Brumfield maybe cramped up a little bit too. Going to bring in number 65. Not on the roster for Fairland. A lot of different numbers here, man. And we're at the mercy of the rosters. So here we go, Chesapeake ball, handed off to, looks like Hicks again. Hicks goes up inside, gets about 5 or 6 yards before being met by a host of Dragons. We got about a 3rd and 6 coming up for Chesapeake with 9:26 to go.
Be interesting to see. JD leaves the game. They run right at
yeah.
his spot.
Yep.
Be interested to see if JD still out of the game. Are they going to do that again?
Maybe make it a 3rd and 7. Obviously 2-down territory for Chesapeake, so they don't have to get a first down here. Obviously just looking for positive yardage. Richard Dollar's going to roll to his left. He's got space, but Fairland closed it down pretty quick.
He's going to be about a half yard short, maybe?
Yeah, about a half yard. Fairland's done a great job on when Richard Dollar's tried to get outside, they've had guys there. Obviously that's been the game plan is like, hey, like when he breaks contain, we got to be there. That's the most dangerous guy on the field, and they've covered it all night. Like so, coaching staff, Coach Hinkle, done a great job coaching defense this week. We got 4th and 1.
I'm calling Burnside here.
Good call, Coach, and he got it. Yeah, he got the first down. I think he just had to get across the 30. So he got it. He got it pretty easy.
I think you get him the ball going downhill. It's going to be hard to not. For him to not get half.
Yeah, negative yardage is going to be hard to get for this guy. I mean, again, I'm declaring him Christian Okoye from Tecmo Bowl. So, you're calling. What'd you say before?
The Tecmo Bowl '91. Kansas City Chiefs.
Who'd you say he was like? Oh, the bus.
Jerome Bettis.
See, I'm not a Steelers fan, so I can't. Nobody's a Steeler to me.
I'm not a Steelers fan either, but I mean, he is the bus.
He's going to get the ball again, and he's got room. Really good run. All the way down to the 15-yard line. He gained about 15 yards there, so Chesapeake's got something rolling here. I think it's actually their first time inside the red zone, Coach.
Yeah, first time this evening.
Maybe some guys getting a little tired out there. 7:54 and counting, 28-0 Fairland into the 4th quarter. Chesapeake's got 1st and 10 from their own 15 or from Fairland 15-yard line. Going to outside run to Caldwell. Fairland strings it out pretty good, and he's going to lose a couple.
3 or 4 maybe.
Kind of maybe tried to make something more than what was there. Maybe should have just took the way the run was designed. So second
down 13, 7:16 left here in the 4th quarter. Chesapeake with the ball inside the red zone. Rich and Dollar under center. Burnside still in the backfield.
Going to fake it to Hicks, give it to Burnside up inside. Burnside's going to get a couple yards, maybe make it a 3rd and 8, 3rd and 7 from about the 14-yard line. 3rd and 9 from about the 14-yard line. I assume the McLeod, number 8 McLeod's the kicker because he's kicked everything else. He's kicked punts. He's kicked off. So I don't know if Coach Nip would elect a field goal here, but if they do get stopped or negative yardage here, we'll see what happens. So we got 3rd and about 8. Rich and Dollar fumbles the snap, picks it up. Schmidt can't bring him down, and it's going to be about 4th and 5, 4th and 6. With 6:15 to play, Fairland up 28-0 in the 4th quarter. And looks like Chesapeake is going to, I don't know, go for it. They're going to go.
Fairland bringing in some subs. Number 45, Dylan Hawley in the game. Richard Dollar back.
Hudson's after him. And it's going to be a pass into Sins and a touchdown. Good job. Rich and Dollar to Sins for about a 10-yard touchdown strike. Good play by Rich and Dollar. Again, man, I really didn't feel like you were going to be able to hold these guys down the whole game. A lot of pressure is put on Rich and Dollar to make plays for this offense. He made one there outside the pocket like we expected him to. So Chesapeake's going to line up for extra point opportunity here with McLeod as the kicker. McLeod's going to stick it through, and now it's 28-7 Fairland with 5:35 to go in the 4th quarter. we're going to take a 60-second timeout. Okay, we're back at Fairland GMO Stadium. 5:35 to go in the fourth quarter. Fairland leads 28-0 after the Richendaler to Sins 10-yard touchdown pass. And Fairland's setting up an onside kick return.
Again, Chesapeake with that unique kickoff start.
And he is going to onside kick it. It does get through, but it looks like Fairland recovered it. Good recovery by number 27, Steeler Leap. That's a skill in and of itself. Being able to recover a ball that's bouncing, an oblong ball that's bouncing all kinds of different ways.
Congratulate Gavin Hunt on his 18th birthday. Happy birthday, Gavin.
Just announced Gavin Hunt's 18th birthday. He scored a touchdown on his 18th birthday, had an interception on his 18th birthday. So that's big. And I just realized who number 80 was for Fairland. It's Gavin Hunt's little brother, Bryson. Peyton Jackson into the game for Fairland. He's out here at wide receiver. Looks like they're going to give the ball to Taylor, and he's going to be stopped in the backfield by 44 Hutchinson. This guy's been my guy on defense all night. I've really thought he's done a great job. He makes plays.
Come on, put some clean uniforms.
It's going to bring up second down and 14 for the Dragons. Ball's going to be on about their own 39.
Fairland's going to use a lot of play clock here. We're down under 10 seconds. 4:45 and counting. 28-7 Fairland in the fourth quarter here.
Just get it off.
Going to give it to Taylor. Taylor's going to get strung out again. Good job by number 33, Preston. So that's going to bring up third and really long for Fairland. About 18, third and 18. With 4:19 and counting, 28-7 Fairland in the fourth quarter. I'm sure Fairland's going to be content to let the play clock run down to close to 0 before they take the snap. It's kind of like just kind of going to salt it away, you know. May even call a timeout here.
Down to 6 seconds.
Yeah, he's going to call a timeout. So Fairland's going to go ahead and take a timeout here. Coach, we'll stay on with this one during this 60-second timeout. Gosh, how great is it to watch sports live? I mean, like, I've seen people, on Facebook, high school football can play, youth football can play, Ohio State can't play. But I can tell you what, whether the Buckeyes are playing or not, obviously we'd love to see everybody in the Big Ten. I know you'd love to see Penn State play.
I'd love to see Penn State play.
But it's been great to see high school football played. It's been great to see high school sports played again. I'm sure these kids, regardless of the outcome, both sides are just, man, we're relieved to, especially Fairland. I mean, they left we're at the combo. We're a game away from the state tournament, and the season gets shut down, and we don't have sports again. And then we've just started back up this week. Soccer. Coach Wyatt and the soccer team got to play a couple days ago. I know middle school soccer's played. High school cross country is going to run the cross country.
That's going to be an interesting
OVC meet.
The first meet of the year is going to be high school OVC.
OVC meet is tomorrow at Fairland. So we've got sports are starting back up, guys. It's obviously fun for us as coaches and fans and parents to you get to watch your kids again, and I hope that everybody will keep the social distance and the measures.
That's what I was going to say. That the crowd tonight has been, from what I've seen, fabulous.
Yeah.
They've stayed in their seats. They've kept their masks on.
We got
Flag
some
on the
kind of
play.
flag here on. They hadn't double covered, but I don't. Oh, they're going to call that.
He's pointing towards Fairland.
They're going to call that push up on Hunt. It looks like. So I would assume that Chesapeake's going to decline this. Parents are seemingly, Fairland side's a little upset on the call, but I can tell you from a coaching standpoint, lots of times you have officiating that happens in the latter part of the game when the game has been decided that the team that's up by a lot of points don't get a whole lot of calls.
Yep.
You know, that's just not going to happen. Like, it's going to be really hard to call an defensive pass interference on that play. Just because like you're not giving a whole lot of breaks to the team that's up by 3 scores with 3 minutes to go in the game. So I get it. I get the call. I get the upset. I get people being upset because maybe you don't believe in the call. But the fact of the matter is, we see that often in sports. So we've got 3:38 to go. We got Gavin Hunt back to punt and a delay of game on Fairland now.
Delay again against Dragons.
Got Bryson. Talk about Bryson. He's out there going to be in coverage here on this punt return.
It's got to be great for Chris and is it Jennifer? Chris and Jennifer to see their 2 kids on the field at the same time.
Yep.
I know when we had the opportunity to coach Allie and Emma Marshall for them to get to see them play together was obviously a really cool thing. Like when you get to see siblings play on the same field, it's obviously a neat thing. So I'm sure that they're going to cherish these nights like tonight. Looks like Chesapeake might be lined up to come after. No, they didn't really come after it too hard. Gavin Hunt's going to have a short punt. They're going to throw a flag. So maybe they're
going to be running into the
they're
kicker.
going to go running into or roughing. If
I
it's
don't
a
think
roughing, it's a first down.
I think it's going to be running into the kicker. I think we'll be kicking again.
Way Gavin's acting over there, like maybe he doesn't agree with the call. Running into the kicker, so it's going to be a 5-yard penalty.
Be about 4th and 14.
I would assume Fairland's going to accept it and kick it again because the punt was so short. .333 to go here in the fourth quarter, 28-7 Fairland.
5-yard penalty, repeat 4th down.
And they're going to repeat 4th down, so Hunt's going to be back to kick again.
Be interesting to see if they come after him again.
Right. Sins and Best back deep to field the punt. A little bit of a low snap. Hunt gets a good punt, gets the punt away. Fairland smart enough to let it roll. Good coverage, good job. It's going to be down to about the Chesapeake 30-yard line with 3:26 to go in the fourth quarter. We're going to take just a quick break here as the players sub in and out. Looks like Chesapeake's going to have a run here by, I don't know who they gave the ball to there. I think maybe Hicks, big run. So we've got a Chesapeake first down right out across the 50-yard line with
Fairland territory.
3 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. 28-7 Fairland. Going to give it to Bragg. Bragg's going to be met immediately in the backfield by the number 20, Garrett Spence. It's a freshman coming up and making a good play. You know, our Fairland Middle School had a good football team last year. They won their conference, and you've seen freshmen on the field today. Like you got
2 of them at least I know.
Yeah. Peyton Jackson's been out there, Bryson Hunt, Garrett Spence. I know those guys for sure have been on the field for multiple snaps. So, and Fairland's not like, I mean, I wouldn't say they're senior loaded. I mean, they got plenty of seniors, but they've got plenty of underclassmen too. We're going to give it to Hicks again, I think. And he's going to be stopped by 74 Logan Hamlin. Looks like it's going to be a little roughing after the play on Hamlin. I think that's going to be maybe tack 15 yards onto that one.
Flag on the play.
It's always tough in that situation. You know, you got to finish the play. You got to get the guy on the ground, and it's just like you said, kind of like a bang-bang play. And nobody likes that call, guys. nobody on this side where we're at likes that call. But 2 minutes to go in the game, 2:19 to go, 28-7 Fairland. Fourth quarter Chesapeake ball at the Fairland 35-yard line. Gonna fake. Richard's gonna fake. Gonna keep it himself. And get it about a 5 or 6 yard gain before being tackled by number 62, Michael Lucas. So we're now under 2 minutes to go, 28-7 Fairland.
I don't know if you've seen Michael lately, but he has a glorious
mullet. Oh, I have seen the mullet. I'm digging it, man. I'm digging it. Here we go, outside run. Oh, coming up really hard there by Hunt. Both guys are kind of laid out there. McLeod on the ball on the carry. I think McLeod has carried the ball a couple of times. I gave credit to Hicks, but it has been McLeod. I apologize to Mr. McLeod. It's going to be a timeout, I think, by Chesapeake. 3rd and 3 or 4 with 1:27 to go in the fourth quarter. Fairland leading 28-7. I'm not sure. Fairland, I think, hosts Colegrove next week. Not sure where Chesapeake's at. I'm not sure what their schedule is. I'm not sure that we'll be back on YouTube again next week or not, Coach, or Armstrong.
I have no idea.
I have no idea either. This may have been a one-time thing. I mean,
might be. So, but if you guys want us back, there needs to be public outcry.
Public outcry for us.
Yes.
Really, we need to hear from the masses. Bring them.
We need to be trending on Twitter.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And the other way, if we did such a terrible job, yes, don't ever allow these guys to have a microphone ever again. So 3rd and 4, 1:27 to go in the fourth quarter. Fairland up 28-7. They're going to give it to Bragg on kind of like a sweep, and Bragg looks like he's going to fight for the first down here. So he's got the first down here at about the 20 at the Fairland 22-yard line with 1:20 to go in the fourth.
Clock will stop until the chains get set.
Richard Dollar's going to take the snap, loses it a little bit. Spence on the chase. Sin's going to catch. Good move. Good play by Sins. Sins may have him another one.
Second touchdown.
Sins has his second touchdown of the game. Richard Dollar to Sins for the second time today. Really good moves by Sins out there. He made 2 or 3 guys miss.
He's had a good game. He had one play I know called back, maybe 2.
Yep. So Chesapeake's actually scored, the last 13 points of the game to make it 28-13 with 56 seconds to go. Chesapeake's going to line up here for the extra point for Mr. McLeod. McLeod's going to miss it to the left. And the goalpost is shaking. Man, that left goalpost, that left upright's been a bad one. Coach Gorby may have to paint that one again tonight, It's taking its licks. So we've got 56 seconds here to go in the game, Coach. I want to ask you, Fairland player of the game, who you got?
I mean, I guess you got to go Steal or Leap, don't you?
Steal or Leap, definitely a surprise of the game. I mean, not for us because we know Steele. We've known Steeler since he was little and what he could do. But he welcome to varsity football, Steal or Leap.
Yeah.
he definitely stepped up in a big way. I'm going to go on the Fairland side. I'm going to go Max Ward.
Max Ward.
You know, just the poise he showed. I thought he looked like a totally different player. It's kind of funny, you know, because Joel Lambiot did the same thing for Fairland a few years ago. Like, looked lost a lot of times, and then like all of a sudden, senior year, hey man, like I'm really good now. And Max really looked the part tonight. How about on the Chesapeake side?
Well, back to the Fairland side though. You got to think. I mean, JD on both sides of the ball.
Yeah.
I mean, he's in on a bunch of tackles, had a bunch of big runs. Chesapeake side, I think you got three guys that you can put in the conversation. You got the obviously Rich and Dollar.
Up. Short onside kick, doesn't go 10 yards. Touched by Chesapeake, so Fairland's going to receive the ball.
Sheets. And then I think Burnside was the guy that kind of would move the ball for him in chunks. So, but I think I'm gonna go Sheets. I think he's had
Sims, the receiver.
Sims, that's it. I'm sorry, Sims. He's probably had the best game. If he doesn't have a couple calls, bring the back. He's probably approaching 100 yards receiving.
Yeah, he did a good job tonight. I'm going to go number 44, Justice Hutchison. I thought he had a really good game. I thought he was all over the field on the defensive side. I was really impressed by his play. I thought Levi Best had some good plays there in the secondary as well. Again, I thought Fairland had plenty of guys make great plays. I mean, Xander Smith did. I mean, he
had a couple defensive possessions there where he was
really big. I thought Fairland had a lot of guys make some good plays, and
Jordan Williams made a couple big plays.
Jordan Williams, and I a lot of these guys that are making plays for Chesapeake, they weren't factors last year,
right?
So these guys are trying to find themselves a little bit. Better onside kick and
good recovery.
Gavin Davis on the recovery for Fairland, so Fairland's going to have it at midfield. I'm going to assume maybe victory formation here.
I would assume so.
Fairland doesn't take snaps under center, so I don't know what victory formation looks like for them.
Looks like maybe a little bit of a pistol formation.
Yep. Somebody just made a great point to me. Like the kicks are like Derek Zoolander couldn't turn left. All the kicks go left. So, yeah, shout out Derek Zoolander. Hansel.
Yeah.
So we're going to take a knee here. It looks like Fairland's going to win this one tonight, 28-13. Don't know that it was as close as the score indicates from a standpoint of Fairland was up 28-0 into the fourth quarter. Chesapeake just had some things go wrong for them, you know. And
every time they move the ball, it seems like they just
when they needed momentum, they just shot themselves in the foot, you know. So, guys, thank you for tuning in tonight to YouTube TV or Armstrong Cable Network. Appreciate you listening to us and putting up with us, and good luck the rest of the season.